Hello, everyone, and welcome to the game. The most game of all time. I hope you're ready. Played on, quote, official Nintendo hardware asterisk. Let's watch the intro. Fuck it. It's iconic. How are you guys? How are you guys today, tonight, tomorrow, yesterday? Hope you're all doing well. Let me just... That man does have quite some wood. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Creepy masks on the wall. It's Florbo the Goron. Found out you have ants? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you can get rid of them quickly. I was so horny for the dance twins when I was a kid. This game's probably the reason that I like being called master and no sexual context. I was trying to think of a better word to use, but I don't know. Let's just call it what it is. This stream's marked mature. Not too many ants. They're kind of in the bathroom. Okay. Because this is played on official Nintendo hardware asterisk, there will be minor thingies here and there, I assume. But I opted for this because the one downside to playing on actual official Nintendo hardware, which I do have, is that the fucking thing, the converter, stretches out the picture, and it doesn't look pretty. Also, it makes it darker, which is a little annoying. That I could fix, and technically I could probably like fuck with the image to make it look proper, but fuck you. Also, it's just easier to control stream stuff when I'm playing from a PC. Let's check options. Wonder what dentist that moon goes to? Great question. Headset. Hold. Because that's what real gamers play on. They play on hold. Alright, we don't need a name. For many a year now, this incarnation of Link has already had a name. Let's fucking go. Florbo's back, baby! In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. Florbo lives! A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. Can't wait for the best part. Florbo says it's Florbin time and Florb's all over the place. So true. It's Epona, everybody's favorite horse. I found out what horse hooves look like when horses are born recently. I hated it, and I wish I hadn't seen it. And every time I see a horse, it flashes to my mind. Look it up at your own discretion. There is a good reason for that. I know the reason. It's because horse hooves would be very bad to pass through your body. And it's probably a thing that, you know, they evolved because babies who were born with actual hooves killed their moms on the way out. And stuff like that. But it hurted me to see It hurted me.
You two fairies did great.
I don't actually remember any of the voices I did. So the best part about, so I played this game on stream before. It was the first game I ever streamed. Yeah, I'm sorry that you now share my burden, Nemo. So this was the first game I ever streamed. Well, technically Ocarina of Time was, but first game I ever streamed for like a real audience. And I watched like the start of it, and I remember the funniest thing to me is that like I'm like full of really nervous energy. We all know what happens in this game. I don't need to read all the dialogue. So I'm like, you can tell I'm like, haha, yeah, haha, woo, haha, not funny joke, haha, I'm just like, dude, chill the fuck out. Which is funny because now I feel like I'm one of the like most laid back streamers I know. Look at them scuttle around. Wow. Can't tell. What would happen? What would you do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it. Oh my god, Tattle, I fucking... Ah, but sis, why can't I try it out too? Tattle, I don't know who it was who came... No, it would have been Sprite. Sprite and Tattle were some of my... Sprite from Zelda cartoon were some of my first tsunderes, and put me on the route to being a big tsundere lover. They're also fairies, so you know, that's something. I've considered doing a stream, like a just chatting stream of like tier list, fairy tier list or something. But I don't know. It probably wouldn't be an actual tier list. It'd probably be more like I pull up like I try to find as exhaustive of a list as possible of fairies and media, and then I just like go through them one by one and be like, do I like this one? Yes or no? We're good. Also, I freaked the fuck out the first time I played this game because Link does like little flippies when he jumps sometimes. Crazy. Stream starts today. We will be ranking all of the fairies, puts everyone in S tier. Thanks for coming, guys. That's also part of why I haven't done it yet, is because I feel like the only thing that's going to keep something out of S tier is like I don't know, like this fairy is like an 8-year-old, so they're not even going on the list. Stuff like that. Anyway, Fern Gully was another thing that fucking started me on that path. God damn. Yeah, you and your fucking mask. Majimbo. Tips mask. Majimbo. Whoa. It's like he's on drugs or something. Wow. Shika shika shika. Shika shika shika. I also, I almost wish someone in chat just like for some reason had like my first playthrough of this game memorized, because I would genuinely like to see like how many of the exact same jokes I make. Also, he was T-posing. Don't worry about that. That's emulator problems. The one thing that I kind of get with emulators, and why I only recently decided that like it's a bit more convenient and technically it usually looks a little better overall, is that there's always weird little things that happen that you don't get in the original like that. And honestly, I don't really care that much, but it always makes me worry that like somebody who's never seen the game is gonna be like, wow, this game sucks, look at all the weird little glitches and stuff that are happening. And it's like, no,
it's just the emulator.
An original stream cancel. Yeah. I'm the only streamer that's ever made the same joke twice. Stares at camera. Fucking hit me. Spit in my mouth, Tattle. Definitely wasn't making jokes on that level in the first go around. In emulated SA2, you can get Shadow to finish a sentence and not be interrupted by Sonic in the Faker conversation. Okay, well that's an improvement. Technically also you can like, one thing, if I was more willing to look into it, you can like, people do make like HD like texture packs and stuff for games, but I don't really want that, to be honest. Like I get the appeal. Like if I'm playing an N64 game, I want it to look like an N64 game. Honestly, hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know how like much it'll show up on screen. So like if I were playing the game, I'd probably have it. I'd honestly be tempted to have it look like, okay, not that bad. Fuck, never mind. No, God, no. God, Jesus Christ, no. I don't know, like this. I don't know, maybe not actually. Rewind. I don't know. It says that it's doing it at like fucking N64 resolution, but I don't know. Anyway, you get my point. I would rather, honestly, I'd rather see these games on a CRT played on my N64 if I had to choose. So is there supposed to be a tiny person in Zelda fairies and they're just super radiant, or are they just balls of light? I've never actually read anything that says one way or the other. Also, actually, I want to check something. I want to see if I can set it so that it doesn't pause when I click out. Okay, cool. I hate that actually, personally. Wait, why'd you stop entirely? Game? Uh-oh. Game? We might have to redo the intro. This is also the issue with these types of things, is sometimes they just don't want to work. I think it depends on the fairy game. That's probably true. Okay, restart. We're doing it all over. Oh no, I think the emulator just like fucked up. Like the whole thing. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, it's fine. It's not like it's not like we were that far in. Bam. We just have to rewatch it. Anyway, it's like my fucking birthday stream all over again. Okay, anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Oh no, my official Nintendo hardware. No. See, so like the way that I would the way I always saw it, and a lot of fan like art does it, is that there is a person in there. And that's kind of what I prefer. But I do, and also in most Zelda games they are little people. So I think, you know. Now into Florbo 2, yeah. That Florbo was so surprised by Tattle, he just exploded. But also, I guess to somewhat contradict that, there are fairies in this game that look like little fairy things instead of balls of light. But I think that that's more so to separate them and make them stand out more. I always got the feeling that they were intended to be like people and they're just shiny, and that it's probably a lot easier to render little balls of light. Because up until this game, they were always little people. Or up until Ocarina of Time, I should say. I genuinely think that, like, if they could have, they would have made them, they would have been little people with, like, a transparent light around them. Type deal. Is what they probably wanted to do originally. Tap, 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 tap. Why the fuck did I know exactly how many taps he did? That's fucking scary. That actually like that actually just like fucked with me. What the fuck? What is wrong with me? Why? Best Zelda? You're goddamn right it is. What's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Way to restart. Our official Nintendo hardware. Asterisk. And a little oopsie. I will probably save state even though, but I'll only use the save states because of stuff like that. But I will probably save state like every 30 minutes. In case that happens, and then, but otherwise I'm gonna play normally because I actually only game I can think of that doesn't have any humanoid fairies. Does it? Yeah, that's a fair point. Like at all, because in Ocarina it was like they're all little balls except for the great fairies, and I always thought the implication was just that like the only reason you could see the big great fairy as a person is because they're so big, and they're naked and covered in vines, even though they're I've talked to people about this, and different people have different interpretations of whether or not they think they're supposed to be naked or not. But that's just how they look to me. So like, I don't know if even if it's not on purpose, like that is the effect that they were given. Sorry, Aura, that you have a headache. I hope it gets better. Let my soothing voice wash over you. But yeah, I think they're little people. Though I will admit honestly that them being little balls of light is technically like a more interesting idea. Like if they were like a world where fairies were just like balls of light and you could like put your hand through them and stuff, and like they were like weren't corporeal, is a more interesting idea. But I just grew up thinking they were people, so I'm just biased. You know, could be an interesting idea where like fairies like exist on like a separate plane, but they have like maybe in like a fey plane that sort of like is like halfway into the normal plane of existence. So like you see them as like balls of light in your plane, but they're not like fully corporeal. That's something, I don't know. Maybe I'll use that at some point. Yeah. I think the first time I ever saw anyone actually draw, Minish Cap doesn't have great fairies either. So the earliest games on the timeline don't have great fairies. That's interesting. I'm sure you could make a theory out of that. Oh, I never noticed you can like see his beak under the mask. I wonder if it's less visible in the actual like N64 version. Oh yeah, but the first time I ever actually saw anyone depict, at least that I can remember, depict what like Navi actually looked like as like a humanoid was in the real legend by Grand Falloon on Newgrounds, which is a classic. Alright, let's do it again. Let me check what button it is to save state, just so I know. F5. So, yeah, okay, cool. Anyway. I feel like I was gonna say something, I forgot. I do that a lot. Was it on stream? I feel like recently I was talking to somebody about, like, for some reason I can never remember like who or where I have conversations. But anyway, I've recently, I feel like somewhere I was having some conversation about I think it was in Prox's stream, actually, now I think about it. Like having a because we were talking about like how I've always kind of wanted to do an Ocarina of Time D&D campaign where I take like the world of Ocarina of Time, but like throw like my players into it. But I never done it because it's one of those things where it's like I feel like it's just less interesting for your players to go through a world that's like kind of basically already existed, which is why I don't really do like rebuilt adventures and stuff. If I ever did it, it'd be more something where I made it into a campaign and then never used it and just like kept it for funsies. Let's see if I can frame buffer out of here. I'm doing terrible at this. Also, I think I rolled too early. Oh no, fuck. I feel like timing this on emulator is probably difficult too. Nope, I'm terrible at that. You have to do it like, you can only let it move one frame. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, I know we were talking about like, I was also talking about how like, it'd be kind of interesting to have, like, kind of like how in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, how you can go back to Kanto, like an Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask thing where they're like connected. Also, everyone already knows this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This guy's based off of Shigeru Miyamoto, which is hilarious because this guy's like one of the creepiest characters in either the Zelda N64 Zelda games. And he's got an Elvis on him and a Mario, and I don't actually remember all of them. I don't know what that red thing here is. That thing is just fucking creepy, and ever since I first played this game, I've always wondered why that was on there. There's a Ninja Turtle, there's a red guy, there's a Luchador or some shit? I don't fucking know. There's a Mario somewhere, I don't remember where the Mario's at. Oh, there he is. Anyway, bye. Missing the Alex Eek mask, so true. I'm still waiting for the fucking Yeek IV to come out. What powers would that give? What, the Yeek mask? The power to be an insufferable asshole protagonist. I'm yeeking out! Your B button changes from your sword to yeek. Go to the shrine near the north gate and you'll find the Great Fairy in there. Yes, ma'am. Ain't it beautiful? God, I never get tired of this place. You like that square transformation and thing in Balan Wonderland where it just activates wherever and tend to get you killed while platforming? That sounds annoying. Can I make it up? Oh, I fucked that up so bad. This is like genuinely like the only game, like you know, the whole like, oh, if you had to be stuck with one game, like there's literally no hesitation. It's this one. Like I would rather just play this game over and over again if I had to pick anything, literally any game. I never have been super interested in speedrunning it, but I think part of that is because I like 100%ing. It's like for somebody who hates 100%ing, I'm like really big on, I don't typically enjoy playing this game if I'm not gonna actually like beat it in full, like all the way through, because I just think it's fun. I don't know. But I don't know. I also think that it does a way better job than like open world games, than any open world game has ever done about like making a world feel alive and interesting. Which my whole theory on that is, as I've probably stated before, that I think that open world games feel empty and boring because they try to make the world too wide instead of just filling, like making a place and filling it up with interesting stuff. And then, you know, like, why does it take me 10 minutes to walk from here to there if the only thing that happens on the way there is like there's like one random bandit that shows up and tries to take my money and I kill him in 2 hits? You know? Thanks, babe. Here's magic. I'm naked. You're gonna jerk off to me later. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I think the reason, I think honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I think part of the reason why I'm so like, why would I 100% games is because I play this game through 100% and I constantly do all the little side quests, and I like to find optional dialogue and stuff, and I'm like, God, that's so cool and it's done so well. And then I play another game and I do a side quest and I'm like, that was such a stupid side quest. Why did I do that? Why did I have to spend 45 minutes to do that? Granted, I do think that there's like a certain degree of like, if I hadn't grown up playing this game, I don't think I would see it as a 10 out of 10, because I think that there are certain things that like, because like another thing about games and why I think I'm a part of why I'm like on 100%ing and like tedious games is that like as an adult it's a lot harder to like want to spend tons of time on something, you know. But granted, I'm also kind of impatient in that I want to play like tons of games instead of like playing a smaller amount of games and seeing them through to like 100%. I don't know. Yeah. Wait, why am I talking to you? Fuck. I should have gone to Granny. I always forget. Granny's way faster. Whatever. Anyway, we're gonna talk to this dude and go to the 3rd day. But no, like, seriously, like, I legitimately think that this game has kind of fucked me in that regard. That, like, I'm always gonna hold, like, side quests in other games to, like, this one. And they just so rarely get me invested. Like, it's not even, and it's not even this just the side quests themselves, but there's so many little details about the side quests, like optional dialogue you can totally miss, and like how characters will talk about each other even though you never see those two characters interact and stuff like that. Like how you get the you get the just dancing for 48 hours. Fuck yeah, dude. Dancing machine. Good complete world should be interconnected. I agree. I agree. I feel like there's like some room to talk about that with D&D too, but I always kind of feel like D&D's a little weird in that regard, because I do plan to make my next campaign like there's this one town and you guys just do stuff in or around that town, because I do think there's like fun to be had with that. But I also think that there's a very strong argument to be made for D&D campaigns where you guys move from place to place throughout the entire campaign, because I do think it can be kind of fun to like get to a new place and be like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what's the weird shit we gotta deal with here? And you do the thing and then you leave. And like every town and village and city and stuff can be like its own completely different thing. and you know, new adventures for your players. Because also, like, the thing with D&D is, like, it's not a video game. It's not a game that's something that's going to be replayed again and again. It's a thing where, like, it's really more important about, like, the moment-to-moment stuff that you guys do, because everything you do is, like, once it's done, you did it. Like, that's it forever. So yeah, I think it's more fair in D&D to have, like, more episodic-y, you know, traveling around type stuff, monster of the week type deals. Granted, if you have, like, a heavy RP group like I think there's a lot of fun to having, like, recurring characters, because, like, characters kind of start off as being very, like, simple and pretty straightforward. Usually I typically just kind of have, like, a vague idea or trope in mind, and I know I've heard a lot of DMs say that they'll, like, have, like, a specific character from a specific, like, piece of media in mind for, like, some NPCs, where it's just like, oh, it's just, like, kind of like this one character from this thing that I like. But, like, the more your players, the cool thing about D&D is that, like, the way your players interact with the character affects how their, like, personality turns out over time. Because, like, I feel like, you know, like, if your players are really mean to a character, that, you know, is going to affect, like, how you play that NPC around them and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. It's a totally different beast. Bow show. Also, these guys are racists, which is a really interesting and weird thing. We did not get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sadly. 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. Someone put that in chat. 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. Yeah. Someday I'm gonna stream this game and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna fucking scream. Alright. I only need to use it twice, so it's not like a huge deal. 1, 5, 4, 2, oh, come on. 2, 3. Alright, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. But in terms of actual games, like, I think I was gonna use, like, this specific example earlier. There's, like, little stuff like how, so you get Cafe's mask from his mom because Cafe's missing, and that's one of the side quests. But, like, she doesn't directly mention Crimea, but Crimea directly mentions her in a piece of very easily missable dialogue where she asks if, I think her wording is something along the lines of, did that old woman, maybe she doesn't call her old, maybe I'm adding some cattiness to it, but she's like, did that woman tell you to ask me about that? Because there's a whole subplot that's also really easy to miss about how, so Anju and Cafe are engaged, but, like, Crimea has a thing for Cafe as well, and Anju and Crimea are best friends. So there's a lot of people who, like, talk shit about Crimea, and they think that she's, like, trying to steal Cafe, which, you know, whether she is or is not, I suppose is up to you. But she seems pretty fed up with the rumors whenever the subject of Cafe comes up, and it's kind of just an interesting little thing that, like, could so easily be, and it didn't have to be added in any way. It doesn't affect the Cafe Anju side quest. It doesn't affect the Romani Ranch side quest, but it's there and it's cool. And there's also a very easily some fun fact: the Nemesis thing that the Lord of the Rings Shadow Mordor series did actually get copyrighted, so it's unusable. Oh, that's lame. I hate when they do shit like that. Because I like the Nemesis system. I thought that was cool. I legitimately remember seeing that and thinking, I hope more games do that. That's so fucking stupid. I hate that. Yeah, I know, but it's really annoying because it's like, just like, let other people do fun I don't know, man. Because like the shitty thing too is that they're gonna copyright it and they're gonna use it, but like they're either gonna stop making games. Character can look at something. Yeah, that's a Nintendo thing. Link's head turns and like looks at stuff in Wind Waker when he like gets near it. It's dumb. There for a long time, mini games during loading screens were copywritten by Konami. I actually don't remember who had it. Maybe not. No, it wasn't Konami. It was Capcom, I think. Which is really stupid. I think it's no longer like I think now anyone can do it, but yeah, it's just like weird little stuff. It's like they're actively being like, no, you're not allowed to make your game fun because it might be more fun than mine, which is I mean, I guess it's kind of exactly what it is. But like, I don't know, it's stupid, it's dumb. Because, I mean, I wonder how many games would have ended up a lot better if there weren't like a bajillion little dumb things that are copywritten. Like, imagine if like fucking Mario had copywritten jumping. Like, you know how many games have jumping as a mechanic these days? I don't know. It's stupid. I think copyright in general is really weird and dumb. But that's a whole other topic, I guess. Fall through? Yes! Very damn, he was fucking booking it. It's very satisfying for some reason when like you drop into like the stair loading zone at a point where like you fall through, which is also doable on the N64 version. That's just it's an every version thing, so it's not an emulator thing. Fuck, I hit down on the D-pad because I'm a dumbass. I also hate the Nintendo thing of let's have your fucking cursor start on the option that you're obviously not gonna pick. Like the owl. I actually don't remember. You know what? That's a thing I don't actually remember because I never really pay attention to the scarecrow. The scarecrows, I know one of the scarecrows in Ocarina of Time is called Pierre. I think the other one has a name. Is that copywritten as well? Everything is. I hope that's copywritten. I don't want other people doing that. I know one's named Pierre. I don't remember. I'm gonna go look up the other, see if the other one does have a name, because we're just gonna be waiting anyway. I could do other stuff as Deku, but I never do. I just want to get human as fast as possible. Alright, I'm gonna set that down. Anyway, let me see. Ocarina of Time, Scarecrow. Bonoru. B-O-N-O-O-R-U. Bonoru. Yes. I feel like the other one is named Pierre. Like, it just says his name is Pierre at some point. Oh yeah, he lives with Pierre, so Pierre and Bonoru. Copywriting watching the stream, everyone else fuck off. Name any other video game scarecrow? No, I don't think so. So that guy there is presumably Bonoru. Or, I mean, he's not the same scarecrow, but his name, I don't know if he has like an official name in Majora's Mask, but yeah. Actually, I prefer if it was Pierre, because Pierre stops showing up when you're an adult in Ocarina of Time. It's just Bonoru, because he's the one you do the Scarecrow song with. So I'd like to think that Pierre went off and like had his own little thing going on. Also, there's a fun thing in the rando for this game where you can like change how fast time goes, and you can actually speed it up, which is interesting. Finding an adventure to dance to, hell yeah. Also, a side thing, I guess. In the manga for Majora's Mask, I think I talked about this a little bit, because I talked about how I really like that the Twilight Princess actually got to have like a full run and not just like 1 or 2 volumes. As opposed to every other Zelda manga that's been put out. But Link does everything in 1 cycle. Granted, he doesn't do most of the side quests in the manga, which is extra disappointing because I would have liked it to get a full like run and get to see like all the side quests and stuff. But anyway, yeah, he does everything in 1 cycle. Or I think technically he does it in 2 because he does like he gets the ocarina back and then because like it wouldn't really make sense for him to do it in just 1 unless he somehow manages to get the ocarina back in the 1st cycle and still have time to do the other dungeons. I don't know, it's been a long time since I read it, but I always thought that was really disappointing because one of the most interesting things about this game is like reliving stuff again and again and like seeing how things change depending on your actions. I don't know, it could have been cool to have Link get existential about the fact that like some person he helped is now no longer helped because he had to go back in time.
Ellipses, ellipses.
Hey bitch, give me my mask. Give that mask back. Swamp Mountain Ocean.
Oh, fuck!
Or tail, honestly. Scream at the moon! Scream at the moon's big triangle nose. I'm watching. I'm like 2/3 of the way through H-Bomber thing about the origin of the Roblox oof. It's been pretty interesting. Although really honestly it's not even as much about the oof as it is about the guy who claims to have created the oof and how he's like he really likes to, because like as far as I can tell he didn't create, well I mean he didn't create it, some other guy that worked at his company made it, but he constantly like takes credit for things that people at his company made, and he's just a fucking liar in general. So it's really more about that guy than it is about the oof. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. So it popped up after I watched that one Disney Defunct Land video about the origin of the ba 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 from the Disney Channel. It's pretty fun. Oh, sorry. I remember the Song of Time. Yeah. Goddess of Time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you. Canon Florbo improvisation. For those of you, I'm gonna look this up when we go back in time. There's a really cool thing that they did at one GDQ called Triforce Percents, wherein they used ACE, which is arbitrary code manipulation or arbitrary code execution, but they had like they basically like did it in a way wherein they could like, it's fucking nuts. Like they have like they're tassing and playing it for real at the same time. It's kind of wild, and they used it to show off like things that were potentially going to be in the game originally and stuff, but also some like wacky stuff that you know, just to show off how crazy Ace can be if you know what you're doing. One of the things they did was they had it so that like you had to actually play the actual song in like every note. Of the song. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Copy link. And you had to like press like Z to get different notes from certain buttons. It's kind of interesting, like imagining like if that had actually been a thing. It would be really fucking annoying, but it would be kind of cool if it was a thing, you know. They also did a fun thing where they had the runner guy, which is the same model as the mailman in this game, and turned him into a boss. That was pretty cool and funny. He had like a fucking attack where he jumped into the air and like head first like dive bombed at you. It was wacky. I don't know. It's a cool watch. Honestly, I think it's worth, even if you're not really into speedrunning, because it really isn't like a speedrun thing. It's like they kind of play a bit where it's like they sort of like play it as if it's going to be a speedrun thing, but it's really just like a demonstration of like wacky stuff you could do with like Ace. Tassing and stuff. Alright, time to learn a song on this giant fucking keyboard that or piano that he just has. He has like, I don't know if it's going to show it again, but if you look at the back of the piano, he has strings that are like, there's like strings on that thing that are like fucking like more than 5 feet. They're like 12 feet long, and they're probably as thick as my arm. Like 280 keys he's never used. Yeah, honestly, that's how I feel looking at like full-sized organs. It's like most of those keys only get used in really specific. The only reason that it really makes sense on a big organ though is that you can set different rows and stuff to have different sounds. So you would like, depending on where you're playing, you would play different rows of keys or stuff. I do think it's very impressive, like organ players, because you have to play with your hands and your feet. I always thought that was wacky. Ever heard of the American photo player? No, I don't think so. Let me look it up. I assume there's a YouTube video on it. Bam. Entry of the Gladiators by here. I can get the game actually, and we can watch it together. Here's the Clown Fiesta song. Here, let me make sure this is capturing the right thing. Bam. There we go. Here, let me see which one you got. You might have a better thing than me. It's the same guy, but it would whichever one works. Okay. Bam.
Bang. Hit it.
Oh, let me turn that down. Get it. those one-man band type instruments are always really interesting to watch. Hope Link gets one of those in Tears of the Kingdom. It'd be amazing. One of my biggest disappointments with Tears or with Breath of the Wild, there's no music, no instruments. It's been a thing forever, man. I mean, I know you shouldn't do stuff just because it's a thing, but I don't know. I'm also biased as a musician. I want them to like slowly get wackier and wackier instruments for Link to play. It's been almost a decade since Link had an instrument. Yeah, it's been over a decade, right? Wait, no, he had an ocarina in Link Between Worlds, I guess. Never mind. I was thinking of the harp and Skyward Sword. I don't know. But I also think that one of my biggest I think part of why I'm so adamant that I think Breath of the Wild is mid is because I think so much of Link gets an art tablet next. Hey Reishi, what's up? I would have liked if the areas in Breath of the Wild were smaller. Guardian signs. You know, I do genuinely want to like set it up so that I'm at some point where I play a DS game through an emulator but I like have my tablet set up. To like, you know, use it on the touchpad. Like I genuinely think that would work decently well. Take that door. Fuck you. Fuck you, door. You can't stop me. Alright, we're gonna do side quests now. Let's go. We're gonna get the fairy mask first, I think. Because why not? We also need to collect rupees along our way. Probably should have... Maybe I should have done that as Deku. Just to go ahead and get out of the way, but whatever. It's not necessary right now. I don't think we really need the adult's wallet too much. It's the giant... Excuse me, it's Giant's wallet we really want, and we can't get that until we get... we could technically go get it after we get Goron Mask. If we want to do Goron hops over the fences, but I'll probably just wait. I'm actually genuinely considering, like, just for funsies, like never using Epona and just Goron hopping over every fence I need to get over. Because like most fences, you only need to hop once because then you can just teleport to the area they're blocking. Like it would just be kind of funny. Oh, we should probably hit this on our way up. Bam! Also, I agree, that could be really interesting, but let's also be honest, in the touchscreen Zelda games weren't the best. I think I personally think Spirit Tracks is a bit underrated, and I think people are quick to hate on it because Phantom Hourglass wasn't all that great. I don't think it's one of the better Zelda games, but I think it's like fine. I think people give it a little too much shit. I think that it was definitely a step up from Phantom Hourglass. Oh show. Oh show. Alright, cool. Come to me, big titty giantess. You know, I was talking to someone earlier today about like I want to Spirit Tracks so bad because my copy of Zack and Wiki on the Wii had an ad pamphlet. I actually want to play Zack and Wiki. I've heard it's a pretty good game. I've seen a little bit of it. It looks cool. Manual. They put ads with your manual. Oh yeah. I miss pamphlets. Like it's so fucked. Hold on, I can turn my camera on. Right? It should be on, right? Yeah, it's on. Here, I don't jump scare. Ooh. Like, how fucking sad is it that like grab your Zelda box and you open it up and it's just there's nothing. That's it. This is all you get. I don't know. I think it sucks that we don't get pamphlets anymore. I genuinely think I could do an entire stream looking through like N64 and Game Boy Color like, oh my fucking god, the pamphlets for fucking the Oracle games, fucking oh my god, fucking orgasmic. I love them so much. They look so good. All right, I'm back. I had to put Breath of the Wild back up. I would honestly collect games that retro games in box if it wasn't for the amount of space that like old boxes take up, and also like it's so much more expensive if you want to get things in box. I should stop wasting time in a game. Song got you excited for an adventure you're about to go on. Hold on, let me pull this up. That's not what I wanted to play. No. I wanted to not waste time. Here, let me mute the game for a sec. Let's listen to this song from Zack and Wiki. BGM 01, the beginning. Which boxes are 90%? I know, right? Like, why even make them that big anymore? It should be like a third the size. This song fucking sucks to come out of my dick so hard. Honestly, this makes me want to get this game even more, just because I like this rocks. This is such a good like opening song. All right, what am I gonna do next? Yeah. I hope somebody clicks into this stream and immediately leaves that because they're like, why the fuck are we listening to music from fucking Zack and Wiki on a Zelda stream? Although I feel like if they recognize the song immediately, they probably love Zack and Wiki, so they probably wouldn't leave, but you get my point. This could be in a Zelda game, honestly. I could believe it. Link and Navi. So true. Or Tattle, I guess. That's a... I've literally... I'm so... See? This game's so good. I'm still noticing things. Also, I'm just stupid. I don't pay attention to my surroundings. That's also part of it. Literally never noticed this giant fucking sword on the wall before. That's so funny and awesome. And there's no way this guy could lift it. He's a fucking pussy. Where did he even get that from? I need a 45-minute long video on the origin of this eBay. He's also got these, but those are more believable because there's like pirates around here. Also, I feel like most of you probably know this, but on the third night, if you come in here, he's gone, and he has like a sign here saying that he's like out. And then you can actually get up, you can actually climb up on the stage and go behind that sign back there. And he's like cowering in a corner like a little pussy. Even though if you go to him like that evening beforehand, he's like, I'm channeling my energy so I can cut the moon in half. Like, okay, dude, whatever. Let's see. Oh, I should go grab my farmer's notebook real quick, actually. I've never understood why they called these kids the bombers. Oh, it just kind of ended. Okay. You don't look up at the moon, it can't fall. That's so true. You're so right, King. Unmute. You believe in the moon? You know what? You got me there. I've been moon pilled. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I should have my fucking mask on equipped, because it actually makes this stuff faster. The moon was invented by just sell more Toho. Oh my fucking god. Why didn't I see it before? Wait, did I go? Oh, I did. Okay, yeah. I'm already forgetting which side quests I've done. That's another thing, is I'm pretty sure when I streamed this game the first time, I had like a list of every side quest I wanted to do each stream. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna have to like check my shit and be like, wait, fuck, did I do that? Oh, fuck. I should probably, maybe I should write down the heart piece side quests just in case, but basically my strategy is going to be literally any side quest that's available, I'm going to do it, and then I'll do the next dungeon, and then I'll do every side quest available, repeat. Because that's just the way I do it. Even though it's probably not actually the fastest way to do it, it just makes the most sense to me. Hello, Skull Kid, or should I say Bull Skid. Got him. Number 15. Skull Kid foot lettuce. The last thing you want in your Skull Kid burger is foot lettuce. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. Bam.
Yeah, mine.
I don't know if I'll ever, honestly, I don't think I would, I don't know, because I did the birthday thing for this, and I have an idea for like an even crazier version of that, which is, I would set the stuff a lot higher, but it would be like, it's a subathon where it doesn't end until I beat the game. And I would probably have to do like every 10 subs I sung a time, and every 50, I don't know, it depends on how big I am, honestly. But I think that would be like a fun, more extreme version of like what we did before. But like, one, I don't want to do basically the exact same thing, you know, right after. And two, I'd want to wait until I like popped off and went cray cray. Hey babe. Ew, no. Why did I say that? I've been saying babe a lot recently. So I just sort of like keep responding to like everything everyone says is like with babe. Hey babe. Thanks babe. So true babe. Oh yeah, I was gonna say earlier, I got distracted by epic music, that I was talking to someone about, like how so when you go like VTuber Corpo, in a lot of things, you don't really get. I'm gonna try this one. I'll try it 3 times, and then I'll go the normal way if I can't do it. Ah, so close. You kind of typically in a lot of the big ones, they're just gonna like give you. I did it. I'm so fucking cool. I'm so fucking good. I'm single, men and ladies, and in between. They give you like a pre-made. Hey sheep, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to Majora, the best game ever. Majimbo. They give you like a pre-made whatchamacallit? Yeah. Model. Like they have like the I assume that they pretty much always have the stuff planned for that like group before they even like get the people hired on. And then they sort of just like put people on like the model that fits them the best. Maybe they might make certain adjustments and stuff after. I don't really know how it works. I'm stupid. I don't know anything about it. Don't take anything I say as gospel. This is just how I assume it works as somebody who watches two corpos, and that's it. They're not even from the same group. Anyway, but like if I went corpo ret, there's no way I would be lucky enough to get in and be like a moth and or fairy related VTuber. I probably couldn't even get lucky enough to get a butterfly one. Maybe an elf, if I'm lucky. And then I was told I'd probably get typecasted for because of my deeper voice, which I don't really feel like I even have that deep of a voice, but like, you know, that's not gonna stop them, is it? If I'm the deepest voice in the group, they're gonna put me on the fuckboy daddy model, and I would hate that. Honestly, I couldn't live with myself. I want to be the twink. Let me have it. We're buying all the maps because this is 100% run. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Yeah. It would be sad. I want to be whamming. Honestly, I would. Yeah, like kind of same. I would want to be like as androgynous as possible, but they wouldn't give it to me. They're cowards, and they would make me be like some very clearly a guy character, and it would be stupid, and I would hate it. I mean, I don't know. The biggest worry would be that I would end up as like some dude. Worst case scenario, honestly, no, actually I changed it. Best case scenario, I'm like super fucking edgy and stupid, because at least that's funny and doesn't fit my personality at all. I don't know. Also, I feel like a lot of VTubers, dude in a suit number, yeah, exactly. Dude in a suit number, insert your IP address. Starting a company can't be that hard, right? When are we like going making Just Friends the corpo? Reality can be whatever we want. Yeah, obviously. Just Friends LLC. Hell yeah. But it did make me kind of think also, like, I feel like a lot of people like are based on like their audition and stuff are given like a certain look and model and all that. But they probably, I feel like a lot of them, once they like have been around for a minute and they start to relax and sort of be more comfortable on stream. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh wait, I don't have the fucking... Run. Go fast. We gotta get back. Okay, anyway. I feel like a lot of people get put into a thing, and then once they get comfortable, they don't really even act like all that much like the thing that they were typecasted to be. Like, I'm pretty sure Scarla, I think is how you pronounce her name, from the most recent Niji thing. She's like the big booby mommy lady, but I'm pretty sure she's like quite say-so despite being the big booby mommy design. I think she probably just got that because of her voice. Yo. So, you know, I guess that's a thing. Kind of interesting to think about, but it would be really annoying to have to play a character that didn't like match me at all. I think I could only be, if I ever did go corpo, I don't really see myself doing, but I don't know. I think honestly, if I could keep Aito and I knew that it would like, it would make the difference that for me to be able to start being full-time, I might be willing, but I just get really iffy on stuff. So Vivane, have you noticed the Dan? I have not. Is this a recent thing or like or maybe I have, if you're, I don't know. Didn't want it to just be typecast. Oh yeah, I did notice that, yeah. Cafe Quest, oh my god, man, it's so good. I was sort of talking about it earlier, about how like there's so much interconnected to this quest in like little ways, and it just makes it so cool. Yeah, no, I like that he did that, because I like that he didn't just become Harry Potter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you know, in every movie he did. Oh wait, I need to wait for that guy. I forgot. I hope I didn't fuck that up. I know you can fuck that up if you talk to her. I might have. No! Shit! Yes. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, it's not too early. I couldn't remember. I always come in here and I wait for the mailman to show up. I always forget you can actually do it like slightly early. Because as a kid, I was always like, oh, you gotta wait till the mailman guy gets here. So it's just sort of ingrained in my brain. Anyway. How they managed to make so many quest lines run simultaneously. I know, right? It's fucking bonkers. I was talking about earlier about how this game spoiled me, and I can't really... I think it's the reason that I don't like 100% a lot of games, because I like do side quests in other games and I go, just not as good as Majora's Mask. Yeah, same. So I don't know, I think this game spoiled me too much. Alright, let's see. What can we do? Is there anything I can do in town that I haven't done during the day? I can do the Deku. I guess we'll go ahead and do the Deku playground this time around. I need to go deposit my rupees, actually. That's something I'm always really bad about, is depositing rupees. It always takes me way too long to get the heart piece from the banker, because like every other time I go back in time, I'm like, I have like a full wallet, and I'm like, oops. Deposit rupees. Yay, 99. Alright, let's see. Can't do that. I know on the third day we'll go. And I'll do one try at the dog racetrack if we get it first try. 99 problems and a rupees ain't one. Hell yeah. And then we gotta go do the chickens. Let's see. I think we're good. Oh wait, no, I was gonna do Deku Playground. I forgot. Oh wait, well, I can just grab more money. I think it's 10 rupees, if I remember right. I hate the Deku Playground, I'm not even gonna lie. Partly just because I always rush it and I fuck it up. Precision platforming, it's not my specialty. Although I feel like I'm pretty good at 3D platformers, but actually I always felt like I'm good at 3D platformers, but not 2D. I feel like I'm really bad at 2D platformers. I feel like they just like work different parts of your brain or something. I don't know what it is. Oh, fuck me. I don't know why I'm not spin attacking this. Like, I've played Super Mario World, and I feel like I always get to Donut Plains and just start getting my ass kicked repeatedly. Even though it's like the second area. But then I picked up Mario Odyssey and I figured out the hat trick where you like long jump, throw your hat, dive to hat, bounce off hat, then dive again to get like super distance, like almost immediately. Like I hadn't even left Hat World before I figured that out. So I don't know, it's really fucking weird. Like and I'm pretty good at Mario 64. So I think it literally is just like something about like 2D versus 3D, just like it doesn't work for me with 2D games. But I think I've also just talked about how I kind of like 3D games a bit more than 2D typically. Cause I don't know. I think you just have more freedom of movement in 3D games. That's something I kind of like. Partly because I think I just enjoy being able to run in a straight line to things, even if you're not really intended to go in a straight line to it. Like, when I play open world games, I will like, put a marker on my map for where I want to go, and I will go in as straight of a line as possible to that thing. So, I put early game Breath of the Wild, I put a lot of stuff into stamina before I really started raising my health. Because I just wanted to be able to like climb over any mountain in my way. I feel like I will kind of say in the game's defense, a lot of times you're really not meant to do that kind of thing. And it does kind of sometimes, it can kind of lead to like your journey to one place to another feeling a little barren. Oh, I forgot they just gave me money. Nice. Even though Pokemon's SV advertised to do whatever story you want, there's definitely an order of stuff you need in order to progress. That's weird that they would advertise it like that then. How does the back hopping affect that though? Like, does it make it easier to like do stuff in your own order? Or does that only really help get like items like a little early? Each 3 storyline has a different unlock you need. I see. Interesting. Let's see. What do I want to do? We can. I know because when night rolls around, we gotta go. There's a few things we gotta do tonight. I'm trying to think of everything. I know there's a couple things I could do. There's some big ass Dodongos I can go fight. That'll probably be a little annoying with 3 hearts, but. Get some higher places you're not supposed to be at. But the second upgrade for your ride Pokemon you get is a high. Oh, so like once you get that, it's like the intended way to get to those things. Yeah, I get you. That thing, yeah. Fights aren't scaled to your level as you progress, so there's definitely an intended path. I see. I have mixed feelings about that, because like... Oh, I meant to fucking side hop. You high jump back hops, it's a little trickier. I see. Because I feel like stuff like that, where like areas are like intended for a certain level. I kind of wish more games did stuff where like things scaled. So like there's like a minimum level for like enemies, but then like if you're like a minimum level for enemies in certain areas, but it's like set really low comparatively, and then once you reach a certain level it starts to go up. You know, it's like the minimum level for Pokemon in this area is level 20, but like if you're over level 20, then the Pokemon start to get stronger. Like to still be somewhat of a challenge. I think it could be neat. Although I feel like making them just like, oh, the minimum level is 20, but your Pokemon is 25, so they're all 25 would be a bit much. I think I would make it like some like percentage thing or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly the best way to do it, but I think that there's better ways to do that, especially if you're trying to do a semi-open world thing. Yeah, we have 4 hearts. Wild Area and Sword and Shield is like that. Every Pokemon scaled to a point, but then by the end, every single Pokemon is almost 60. I see. It's kind of cool. I just feel like in RPGs, it can be way too easy for enemies with set levels to be like too strong or too hard. Or sorry, too strong or too weak. If you aren't like, oh, I did it again. Holy shit. So cool. Like if you aren't like the exact level, it's kind of weird because like I think I've talked to Don about this a good bit, but like it's just kind of I think it's just kind of a problem a lot of RPGs have, wherein like the way I play a lot of RPGs, I'm typically underleveled, especially for like late game stuff, so I have a very difficult time with like a lot of the bosses. But Don plays things where he does like everything and he grinds and stuff, so he has the opposite problem wherein he's like in the FF10 thing where like he brought out a summon and it one-shot fucking boss, stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. Also, there are certain objectives you're way past over leveled. Dragging yourself through a oh, I did that in Witcher 3 actually. Where like, so you can go to what's the like island called? It's Scoia'tael, something like that. No, that's the squirrels. I can't remember. It's been too long. It's gonna bug me. Anyway, like the islands up left. So like you're supposed to go up to, I don't remember the names of any of the places. I'm terrible with the names. You go to the city where you meet Trish. And you're supposed to do her thing first, but I went to the Viking area first and did all that and was underleveled for that, but I was actually like, I was having a good time because like when I first got there I felt like I was getting my ass beat, but by the time I finished it I felt like it was like a pretty average level challenge. I was playing on normal, so like, you know, like once I got the hang of the enemies there and like I'd gained some more levels, it wasn't too bad. But then I went back and I realized that I had accidentally skipped a thing that I was technically supposed to do before that, but like there's nothing gatekeeping you from doing them in either order, even though one is definitely way harder than the other. So then I had to go back through that storyline while being super over leveled and just blasting through every fight, and so the fights felt more like, you know, a chore, and like I was just kind of doing cleanup. Granted, I had fun with the story parts of it, but anytime I got into a fight, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna go up to this guy and just basically mash attack on you and you're gonna die. So, you know, it was a little weird. I don't know. I feel like it's not something a lot of thought goes into in games like that. This guy's jealous of the dog because the dog was cooler than him. Get fucked, honestly. Also, he's kind of a fucking weirdo. He has a mask that specifically like gets young animals to follow you around. It's a little weird. Fucking honestly, stay away from me, you piece of shit. Just put that on because I don't Oh shit, I'm supposed to go talk to fucking Anju. Well, I don't have to. I don't get anything from it if I do it now. So, no point. To be fair, that's a real thing people do. Oh, like training little animals to follow them. I mean, yeah, I know. I'm just being silly goofy. I always liked the whole, like, they raise California condors. Is it like a, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. Like when an animal sees somebody, they use a hand puppet. Oh, that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff's interesting. Kind of weird. Kind of feels a little like weird and dystopian in a way, but I get it. Yep. I was also speaking of raising animals. I was thinking earlier about how people like shit on Australia really hard because it has so many like animals that are like really dangerous. You know. And people's like, oh, Australia's scary, which is. But I was thinking, like, honestly, I feel like the reason that America doesn't have a lot of those animals is because we have a lot less of our land and stuff that like still retains like nature. Most of our natural areas are like parks and stuff. And I don't know a lot about. I'm not like a biologist or anything, and I don't know shit about animals really in general. But I feel like we probably have just happened to kill off. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I think America has just killed off all of the animals that would be considered dangerous. So I think the fact that Australia has all these wacky, crazy animals is actually kind of a good thing because they didn't just come in and just fucking obliterate entire species left and right. And granted, I'm sure that they did probably end their own handful of species, but I think America has done it worse. I think dangerous when you have bears and shit. Well, depends on the bear, because like black bears are pussies. Brown bears, not so much. Polar bears, fucking evil little bastards. Don't trust them. They will fuck you up so bad. So bad that animals have evolved to be smaller and less aggressive to people over time. Yeah. No, bears are bigger than any dangerous animal we have. That's fair. That is fair. Alright, let's see. I think we need to go wait on the old lady first, because I think the dancing dude doesn't appear until after midnight anyway. Wait, why did I play that? Shush. There's only one animal that takes out full-grown adult moose with a 100% kill rate, so they can't pass on the knowledge of danger, and it ain't bears. What is it? Is it orcas? Oh, yeah, those things, they're fucking terrifying. Or, fuck orcas, man. Don't they, like, isn't it, like, proven that they play with their kills, too? I have mixed feelings about, like, animals that will fuck around with, like, the barely living bodies of their prey. I don't trust dolphins. I don't fuck around with them. Alright, I think dolphins are way scarier than sharks. By far. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not gonna fuck with a dolphin. I don't want to go swimming with a dolphin ever in my life. Keep that shit away from me. Sea otters and penguins share similar habits. I don't like that. I don't like that. What's Pearl doing that I don't know about, huh? Behind the scenes. She's a bloodthirsty beast. I also had a thing where I couldn't remember if Pearl was a sea otter or a river otter, and then somebody was like, dude, she's a sea captain. I was like, oh, you're so fucking right. I'm stupid. Anyway, there's a reason that I like moths and butterflies, even though that there are many larvae that are actual pest problems. Alright, at least dolphins use dead fish to do— oh, what the fuck? Dude, that's fucking— I don't— see, this is what I'm talking about. Worst thing Moss ever did was trust people. That's so true, honestly. They do it with baby dog. I hate that. I hate dolphins. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I feel like I've never actually— I don't know if I've ever actually like brought up that I just outright distrust and hate dolphins in every way whatsoever. I don't really like penguins either. I don't know anything bad that penguins do, but I look at their fucking mouths and yeah. Yes. Oh no. Oh wait, you've told me about things that penguins do now that I think about it, so never mind. I take it back. I don't trust penguins either. God. Fucking animals. Can't live with them. Can't live without them. Scientists were so appalled. Yeah, I know, right? Dolphins are terrifying. Yeah, seriously, dude. Like, oh my god. They wrote the penguin stuff in Latin, where they was— that's so— that somehow makes it more terrifying. They were so scared of the penguins that they wrote about them in Latin as if they were writing about fucking like ancient demons that had been locked away for millions of years. We don't need them. What did they ever do for us, honestly? And it was so normal, people would never know. Yeah. Look at that fucking guy over there. Look at Suck on these nuts. Also, one of my favorite things, one of my favorite little touches in this game that I don't even know why anyone thought to do this. What kind of sick fuck thought about this? But if you shoot his bag or hit it with like an explosive or like the Goron punch or stuff like that, it fucking explodes and he dies. Which is hilarious that's like a thing in the game. I'll show that off if you guys want. I don't know how many of you have actually like seen it. Deserved. Honestly, yeah. He's a big thing in the Cafe Anju quest. He's a fucking dickhole. Wow. Shoo up. I'm gonna have to do it on a different thing, but I'll try to remember to do it at some point. Probably after we get the bow, because it's easy. That's the easiest way to make him blow up. It's just crazy. Like he literally like the bomb bag, because he's carrying a bomb bag. Like that lady runs the pawn shop, and it fucking explodes. He also leaves you. Yeah, I know. That's actually really fucked up. There's a lot of really weird little things in this game that, like, when you think about them, you're like, God, that's awful. Like, yeah, if you at the end of the Anju Cafe quest, you have to go through his like hideout, and if you fail, you're stuck in there until you play Song of Time, or there's no way out. You just have to sit there, and the implication is that fucking that if you didn't have Song of Time, you would just sit in there and starve to death, or you probably die of dehydration first, actually. But you know, in fact, it'd be easier to get food. There's a wolf in there. Just kill the wolf and eat it. You die from the moon. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, like if this weren't like the Majora's Mask thing where like the moon's falling and you could teleport back, like you would just be in there until you fucking died of dehydration. Yeah. which is scary. Like it's actually like fucked up, but it makes sense. That actually would be kind of a cool thing for like D&D, where like you get trapped in there, but like I would only do it if my party had like a teleport spell that they could get out with. But it'd be like a cool thing where it's like kind of be a cool thing where like a bandit villain that like gets away. Is there anything else to do tonight? There's some money. What game implications can we think of? That's a lot. I even though I think it's been like basically confirmed not to be canon, I really like the I'm usually not big on like theories that are like that try to make games darker, but I do like the theory of what if Blue's at the Pokemon graveyard because of his Raticate. Because I feel like it's like just believable enough. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of neat because it doesn't like really take away from the actual game itself. Eradicate was one level under whatever Rattata actually evolves at. Biggest red flag. So true. I don't like the Link is dead. No, I get so mad about that every time somebody brings it up. It's just such a it's up there with like the Ashes in a Coma stuff. It's like it's so lazy that it's like laughable. I also one of my biggest pet peeves with it is that it kind of goes hand in hand. Yeah. With the stages of grief thing, which like does have some stuff to it. Like it's not completely out of nowhere, but it's like you have to look at like really specific grief thing was more for Skull Kid losing everything. Yeah, I agree. But like I don't know, like because like the stages of grief thing is more like the whole theme of the game is that everyone's like sad or scared or something. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it doesn't make sense that like Link's going through them. It makes more sense that like Termina itself is kind of everyone in Termina is experiencing a stage of grief, and I think that is just true. Because you're either the whole Plank is dead theory. Yes, seriously. It's the most like easy thing to say. Blank's dead. Blank's in a coma. Blah 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 blah. Like there's no effort there. I'm gonna slow time. Dream theories, yeah. I think dream stuff can. I think having dreams be a thing in your story can be neat, but like having it be a twist where it's like, oh, it was a dream the whole time, is dumb. I don't mind Mario being a dream because like I never cared about the fucking story implications of Mario 2. In fact, I'd say that that's the best time to do that sort of thing, is in something that doesn't really have like a big story. That's when you use those kinds of things, because it's like a funny little oh, huh. Instead of like, oh, the story that I just got invested in didn't matter at all. Great, love to see it. What is Mario Maker canon? That's the real question. Miyamoto, where are you? Also, that kind of made me remember a random thing that's not really related, but I've heard that playing Birdo, becoming the main character afterwards. Oh fuck, hold on. Die. Birdo's a great character. Oh fuck. Underused. Oh, come on, don't get... I don't know why I let you get all the way over there. There you go, you're dead. Okay, I didn't realize it only had one hit. What was I saying? I forget. Oh, Miyamoto, I've heard this brought up a handful of times, but like I got reminded of it because it was in the H-Bomber video about where the Roblox oof sound came from. But like Miyamoto just has certain series that are like flagship Nintendo series that he just doesn't really like and doesn't like really like to put a lot of effort into because he doesn't think that they're very fun, and Metroid is one of them, which I always find funny because it's one of those games that's kind of like seems to get like stuck in development hell from time to time, and I'm like, I just wonder like if Miyamoto liked Metroid, would that be a problem? I as much as like he's created some of my favorite series, I actually think a lot of Miyamoto's like opinions on game design are kind of shit. Man, yeah, I think I'm not a big Metroidvania fan, so I've never actually played a Metroid. But I think, I mean, if I'm gonna play a Metroidvania, obviously, those are like the ones to do. You know, I have Dread. I think I got it, but I have a lot of Switch games I've never played because my family is like, give us a Christmas list every time Christmas rolls around, and I'm just kind of, honestly, I'm always kind of like, I don't really care that much. Honestly, I'd rather get retro games for my collection, but I would feel bad asking them to do that because I feel like they would buy a game way overpriced or something when I could have probably taken the time to get it for like a better price myself. So I would feel bad if that happened, so I don't ask for those. Super Metroid is one of the most fun games I've played. That's fair. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Honestly, I feel like I'd probably like Metroid Dread more, or Super Metroid more than Metroid Dread, if I'm being totally honest. It's just a feeling I kind of get from what I've seen of the two. Not even necessarily because one's better than the other, but I just feel like Super Metroid is probably more up my alley. Ape Escape is so fucking cool, honestly. I am sad that it's not like a bigger game that a lot more people played, because I played it as a kid at a cousin's house, and I was like, this game is so fucking cool, and kind of sad that it isn't up there with like Zelda and Final Fantasy and stuff, where it's like one of those games that everyone's like, oh, I played it as a kid, like this shit was awesome. I think I feel like it was still decently popular, but it, you know, it wasn't like one of the big ones everyone played. You guys want to go see a woman cry? Wait, I played it the correct way. My bad. You used to have this Ape Escape knockoff e-learning game? Huh. Interesting. My sister had something like that, but it didn't have any Ape Escape type games. I did like playing it. I've always kind of I've always kind of found it like cathartic to play like kids games that are like the games where it's like, this was clearly made for like a 4-year-old. Like, it's so fucking, it's like unfair for even like an 8-year-old to be playing this. But there's something cathartic about like sitting down with a game and like it just being like the easiest thing. What did it? Oh, is she not here? Oh fuck. Go eat dinner. How many masks you got? 4? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm kind of taking my sweet time. We're just chatting about random shit while I enjoy being in Majora's Mask. How was your din-din? Okay, well in that case, I guess maybe she goes there later. I don't remember when she goes. I want to go talk to her though. Cozy din-din was good. Yeah, that's good. It's a good vibing game. I agree. Like honestly, cause sometimes with just chatting games, or with just chatting streams, I have considered like doing stuff like I keep getting distracted going in the wrong places. Like putting stuff on, and I think like because I actually considered, because I played Kerbal Space Program once, and I like the music that plays when you're like out in space, like orbiting, because I had that one group of Kerbals that I accidentally got to orbit the sun, but I thought it was really like really calm, just like watching them just kind of orbit it indefinitely. So I thought about like that would be good like background noise for like just chatting. And I think that like day 2 Clocktown with the rain sound, fuck that up so bad, would be a good background noise too. Some say those Kerbals are I mean, yeah, they are. If I opened a Kerbal, they would be there. I never save them. Because I want to be able to, in case I ever decide to actually do that, I want to be able to go back to it. It's a VTEX V-Flash Jumping Bean Island game. Hold on, let me look this up. VTech, what is it? V-Flash Jumping Bean. Jumping Bean. Island. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, let me share. This thing? This is terrifying. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of what I'm seeing here. The number of people that know that thing is no greater than 10 at most. That's fair. Also, side thing, because I always forget, because I typically am not in here long enough to hear it. I just rush up to him. But the music that plays, when you're in this cave before you activate this, it's like the creepy cave music, which is really weird to me. I don't know. It's kind of silly. That like there's this like spooky cave music playing, and then you play like a fun, wacky little mini game. Woohoo! Oh fuck me! I'm so bad at day 2. This is exactly why I complain about this. Is because I'm terrible at the day 2 version. Timing the drops. I can do day 1 and day 3 because day 1 is all the rising, falling ones, and day 3 is like a mix. So the second half is, yeah. Essentially. Oh fuck. Okay, well that was on me. I was trying to see if I could get to that one. I have plenty of money, it's whenever. I'm not super worried. We're just kind of chilling anyway. Yeah, I don't remember what my sister had actually. I don't even like remember enough about it to try to Google it, but it was just one of those like you said, it was like a educational like console thingy. There we go. And I remember like I played it a few times, like because there's something kind of fun about playing like just that was so scary. There's like old kids games that like you're way too old to be playing. Like I think it was Rita Rabbit when I was a kid. Oh fuck me. I could have made that, but I like stopped pushing forward because I thought I was gonna go too far. But I don't know, like oh yeah, that's what I was saying at the start, is like I don't ever 100% games, but when I play this game I always 100% it. Like I don't really even want to play the game if I'm not gonna 100% it. Aside from like special like stuff like what I did with the birthday thing, but that was sort of like a special little fun thing for everyone to enjoy. Oh god. Torturing me and making me reset the game over and over. Hey Connie, what's up? How's it going? Let me get that blue boy. Fuck! Oh my god, I'm so bad at this one. Could have 100%. I could have tried. Cold, being held hostage by your bed. That's fair. I hope you manage to warm up. Okay, I'm gonna wait a sec. We were really close that day though to like hitting the max goal, and I'm pretty sure that like I don't remember who, somebody showed up at the end and was like asking about the donation goals and stuff, like right when we had like a minute left. And I remember that like they said something in chat that basically was like, that implied that like if the timer had gone on for another like 30 seconds, they probably would have dropped money or dropped subs, and we would have had to add that like last 2 hours or whatever. Was it Goonie? Oh, I think it might have been Goonie. I remember Goonie showed up at the end. I know somebody, I just remember somebody was like threatening to drop some money or to drop some more subs, and then we ran out of time. I honestly was surprised by how many we got though. We got like 40 something. Because I think I set the top one to like 50, and I was like, there's no way we're gonna get even close. I did it! Then I had to do Goma blindfolded, and I did it, but honestly, like, kind of fucked it up too bad. Because I don't know if, I could, yeah, that was a good day though. I liked having you guys on for that. But, I mean, I think, honestly, I think it was kind of more hype that I, like, fucked it up and then had to run around for a while. But, like, for some... I don't know if it's just... because I could swear at some point that I heard from somebody believable that, like, you can, like, run out under Goma in a certain spot and she will drop down. But afterwards, I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe what happened was that that person was talking about how that's a thing you can't do, and like someone in chat like asked if that was a thing, and maybe I got it mixed up in my head. I'm sorry. Don't freeze. But anyway, I should have just looked up at her. But to make up for it, I have practiced that fight since then with my eyes closed, and I did it in like a minute. So, you know, V and I are going to be doing a thing soon where I'm going to be blindfolded and she's going to be guiding me through the game, and it's going to be great. I did kill Coma. Yeah, well, that's what I said on stream, is like the second that I like get her in my sights, quote unquote, oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be such a good stream. I'm just saying now though, like V, once we get to Goma, I have to get my revenge on stream, so I'm gonna be doing that fight myself. I gotta show how cool I am. But yeah, no, once I get Goma in my sights, it's over. I don't have to be looking at the screen. I could be like in the other room, and no, she's done. So the second she drops on that fucking floor, it's over. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something I'm not thinking of. Should I go ahead and get the big bomb bag? Maybe I should actually. Well, I have the blast mask, but sometimes bombs are the easier option. So I'll think about it. Anyways, what? Now we gotta get the on the third day. We gotta get some stuff. I don't remember how much the big bomb bag is actually, but this is gonna be the only time I can buy the bigger one without having to redo that whole thing, so that's only 90. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. There's a couple points in the game that you can do without the bomb bag, but it's annoying to do with the blast mask. Like there's a specific fairy in Snowhead that is in a box that you have to like break, and breaking it without bombs is a little annoying. It's doable. I did it my last full playthrough when I was still streaming on YouTube, but it's annoying. Snowhead, yeah. Snowhead. Throws phone on ground, breaks skateboard in frustration. I mean, I guess since we're wasting time, instead of skipping to the next day, I could just go ahead and do like a small bit of the Woodfall area, Southern Swamp. I guess we're not really gonna get to Woodfall, but like get this cutscene out of the way and stuff, and go grab a couple things over here. Well, I guess there's only one thing to get, but whatever. Because everything else, I could do some more stuff, but I think it wouldn't really be worth doing it in this cycle. Rather just do it all in one cycle later. Stealing my jokes before I'm so sorry. I'm too quick. Quick in the draw, fastest draw in the west. Pew pew. I don't even live in the west, I live in the east of America. Not the east of the entire world. Although I feel like depending on your, like you could say any part of the world is the east or west because it just moves around. I saw Vsauce talking about like an upside down map he got because the idea that the North Pole is the top is kind of just subjective, and it's something that people in the North Hemisphere decided upon and forced upon everybody. And I thought it was kind of, it was interesting to see like everything's the exact same, but it seems it's flipped upside down from how most maps will show it. But it doesn't really actually matter because it's all the exact same. Although I think he made a comment about you could say any part of the world is the top, but I personally I feel like if you're gonna make a top, it should be one of the poles. That just feels like it makes the most sense to me. Maybe the equator could be like a straight line down the middle, but I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. Hell yeah. Just imagining like opening up a chest in like a Zelda game. You just get an equipable item. Hits. I think there's only... Yeah. Wait, how much money do I have? I might be able to just go ahead and grab. You got the tits. Perfect. Fits so well. I'm going to kill you, pink thing. I'm going to kill you, bat. I think I've talked about this before during the birthday stream. I think it's really interesting that the bats in this game, they aren't keys, they're bats, and not only are they named differently, they have a different model. Except the fire and ice keys are just keys, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check later when we get to them. But I'm pretty sure they're just regular keys, which is really weird. I don't know, I kind of just wonder why they made like a new bad enemy when they already had one. X keys. Oh, yeah. Took me a second. I can't do the shooting gallery. I can shoot down Tingle. Wait, did I get the okay, I need to do the toilet man this cycle. Go ahead, I almost forgot about Toilet Guy. Can't believe it. Almost forgot about the best character in the game. Yeah, I can get both. One. Oh wait, I already have that one. Silly me. I can shoot down Tingle, the objective and morally correct decision. That's fair. Tingle, there's a reason Tingle was imprisoned in Wind Waker. Yeah. Honestly, it's so fucking nuts to me how short of time they had to work on this game. Expected undoubtedly an absolute gremlin. What, Tingle? Yeah, he's a fucking little... He's like 35. Perfect example of that actually probably never happened. That's true. That is like a really good example of like, that didn't happen in real life, but I accept that it didn't happen in real life. It's just like Tingle being a psycho. Talking to Tingle's dad is hilarious. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't actually get up here that way. I always forget that. Because Tingle's dad is like, I'm so embarrassed of my 30-something-year-old son who goes around dressed like that. Saying he's a fairy, selling maps. It's very funny. It's kind of fucked up on a certain level, I guess, if you want to get deep with it, but because it's Tingle, I don't feel bad. Limitations is bringing... I agree. I actually think that's a big problem with a lot of modern games, is I think they have a lot less limitations in general. Not even just time-wise, but like just in general. Let's see. Is there anything to do in town on the third day? Oh, there's a couple. I need to tour the guy at night, so I need to advance time real quick. Oh, I need to do both. But I think a lot of games, like, because they can make much wider worlds, they do that, but I think that's what leads to a lot of open world games feeling very empty in a lot of spots, or repetitive, is a lot of things are just there because they can be. I don't remember the only article of clothing aside from socks, and prefer my dark socks even, because they go up higher. I like socks that go up higher up. I don't like the feeling of like short socks. Anyway, the only white thing I have that I wear ever is my Sailor Moon shirt. Are all the Tingles just the Tingle? That way someone thought I want to be like that. No, like every Tingle in this game, it's just Tingle. It's one of those things where like, yeah, thigh highs are great. Very comfy. Wait. I got distracted and I played actual Song of Time. I'm stupid. Oh well, we'll do Toilet Man later. It's fine. We can do them literally whenever. Well in that case... Oh, but we didn't get Bunny Hood. Ugh. I want to get Bunny Hood before we go do more before we continue though. Okay, I'm gonna skip to the third day. We'll do skip to third night. No, I don't know. Can you do the observatory at night? I actually don't remember. I think you can, just to be safe, I'll go. I feel like you can. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but whatever. 1, 5, 4, 2, 3? Yeah. Okay. I'd rather get Twilly guy out of the way, because I feel like I always do him before Woodfall. I'm worried that I'll forget about him and not do it later. And we need paper, so. Yeah. It's also super weird as a side quest because like you have to give him like the only options for paper are like major quests, or well, not major I guess, but they're like quest items that you just lose for that cycle. It's such an interesting idea. Like you just fuck yourself out of that quest line for that entire cycle if you help him out. It's very, very funny. I actually like, as a kid, I remember that I would use that to like make it so I didn't have any C items, because there was just something satisfying about the fact that like, oh wait, shit. You can, even no matter how far into the game you are, you can just like work it so that you just don't have any C items equipped. I don't know why, I just always thought that was kind of neat. Because like in like Ocarina of Time, unless I don't think there's any way to do that in Ocarina of Time, because you only have one quest item slot in Ocarina of Time, so anytime you like, you have the masks and stuff, you have Zelda's letter, and once you use Zelda's letter, it opens up the mask shop, and the masks cover up Zelda's letter in the quest item slot. And once you get a mask, you always have a mask. And when you're an adult, it's the Kojiro quest, and then when it ends, you have the if I remember right, you just permanently have the receipt or whatever for the big Goron sword. There's not really a way to do that through like conventional means in Ocarina of Time. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those weird little things that's kind of silly and neat. Anyway, let's go back to town and skip to the second night, and then we will probably faster to go talk to Granny to skip to the second day, and then I'll just song several times to the second night. Also, another interesting little take that like I feel like easily could have been like left out in most games wouldn't have thought to do it, is the fact that the stock put in, look it up, the fact that the stock put in see you later, what was I saying? Oh, you can use the stock pit in. It closes at night, but you can still get in anyway, which is always really interesting to me. Like, I feel like most games would have just like, they would have made it so you have to have the key to the room just to come in. Why am I? Oh, this is okay. For some reason I was going in the wrong room. Most games would have made it so you have to have the key to come in after they're closed, but the fact that you can just like sneak in and then like no one does anything about it, I don't know, it's just kind of a neat little thing. It also is nice because there's like certain things you can do in here, and certain little bits of dialogue and stuff you can get, well, like, you know, this guy for instance, that you know, you don't really need to have, it doesn't connect to the cafe. Oh, I have to be outside, damn it. Anju quest. It's not, they're not like connected to it, so it would be annoying to have to get the key and come back. So it's nice that you don't have to. World ending, they're probably not paid enough to care. I mean, they kick you out at night. Except on the third night, they don't kick you out because depending on how much of the cafe quests you've done, either none of them are there or it's just Anju, but nobody cares. Yeah, go back in. Oh wait, I need to wait because I don't think he pops up until after midnight. I'm gonna use this opportunity for a pee break, so I'm just gonna let you guys listen to the ambience of Majora's Mask, and I will be back. Hello, I return. The game is muted and he's making the sound. I cut back, it's got my cams on, I'm just like hammering really hard. I'm building a little streamer hut inside my house. They don't make them like they used to. So true. The Just Friend streamer hut, yeah. The like the 5x5 Just Friend streaming hut. In the hallway with a blank expression, just going insane with Hambur's Kimbo. Oh fuck, I forgot to get the fucking paper. Fuck me, guys. I'm so stupid. It's whatever. We're not in a rush. We're not in a hurry. We're taking it chill today. We're keeping it easy. I legitimately think I could, though, that like I could like turn this game on. Have Link go stand. I would not stay in South Clocktown because the dog is kind of annoying. There's no moon speeding down towards the town. Yeah, what are you talking about? There's no Warren bossing, say, you silly. I think I could totally, like, set the, definitely let the game loop a few times. Yeah, exactly. I would slow down time, go stand over in, probably South Clock, or not South, no, East Clocktown. And then I would just, like, take a nap. And then the sound of the moon, the epic sounds of the moon's about to crash would wake me up later, and then I'd be like, wow, what a great nap. Anyway, we had the Just Friends all assembled and a ton of building materials and tools. Could you all build a group abode? I feel like I can tell you now that like 80% of the work would be done by Away and Joaquin. 19% would be done by Poochie, and the rest, the other 1% would be me, V, and Shumi. Like, V would hammer one nail and then go take. That's so valid and true. This another thing that isn't intentional in any way. Oh, you forgot about the toilet guy? But I love that you can jump over that. How could you forget the toilet guy? More accurate Aito taking the entire time trying to pick up the largest tool available. Pugo saved. Yay! Question mark, question mark, question mark. Best character. Person living in the end's restroom. Details unknown. Hell yeah. We saved the Pooh Ghost from demise. Not the guy in the Skyward Sword. Unless... Six-inch tall Aito trying to pick up a hammer. I always thought it was weird. Oh, that's right. They, yeah. Okay, never mind. I actually forgot that they ask you if you know about whether the carnival is getting canceled or not. So that's actually totally fair. Never mind. I was gonna say I always thought it was weird that they stop you on the third day, but then that completely fucked me. See, this game's so fucking good. They thought of everything. Pugos is the original hero that beat Demise the first time before Skyward Sword. Yeah, I believe it. Should I go get? I'm gonna go get $100. Belarus, actually, so we can. I'm just gonna do a single bet on the dog track and see if we get it. If not, I'll come back after I get Mask of Truth and cheese it. But since we're already gonna be over there, I feel like I might as well. But yeah, I think that I've seen it before, but I really think that Day 2 Clocktown music with the rain sound is like some peak ambience. Oops, didn't do that. Accidentally glitched the camera for a sec. Also, I think there being different music on every day is cool because I feel like a lot of games probably would have had the same music playing every day. I think it would have been really easy to just go, oh, you're just in the same town, so why make different music? But they didn't. Also, it's interesting to think about something that is interesting to think about is that we probably would not have got Majora's Mask if not for Link's Awakening, because Link's Awakening is also a very strange game. It does a lot of weird little things that weren't really common in Zelda at the time. Silly childhood brain always thought it was cool that it always rained on day 2, even though it's incredibly obvious that it would. Yeah, that's fair. I always liked it just because I think that it's when, to me, it's when it's interesting. It's the most cozy that it gets, but it also is interesting because like certain characters that you have dialogue on day 2 that is like very like existentially depressing, so it creates an interesting and very cool dichotomy. Link's Awakening's favorite Game Boy game, but always confused by how it fit in. Yeah, it's very strange. Romani! I got abducted. Woo! Yay! So fun! Ha ha ha! Game for children! Ha ha! It is a very weird game. It's also another game that does the whole dream thing, but I think it does it well because the bosses, when you beat them, literally go, you idiot. There's a dream. This is all a dream. It's not real. You think this is real, dumbass? So then, when it gets to the end and it was all a dream, you're like, yeah, I guess, yeah, okay, yeah. They told me it was. They kind of just told me. Yeah, it also has a lot of side quests. Hey, stop! You're gonna make the dream go away. Don't you want to live in this perfect little utopia? You could just go live. You could just go live in town. It'd be fun. Also, like one of the rare times Link just canonically is romantically involved with a character. Who are you again? So sad. Where's Crimea? Is she in the house? I can't remember. She might be out in the barn, actually. Some nice little touches up in here. But yeah, anyway, so your girlfriend turns into a seagull at the end of that game, and it's wacky. Anyway, but that game's so fucking weird. It's kind of dark in its own... It's dark, but in like a very, like, in a much goofier way than Majora's Mask. And I think a lot of the darker parts of it are a lot more like... in ways that I don't think a lot of kids would really consider to be dark inherently. Existential, yeah. That's probably a better way to put it. Oh, I'm sorry, right now I'm thinking a little. My little sister, my sister, she, what should we do? Our precious cows. Thought it would come to this, and what Romani said, I should have. The end. I also love the side quest because it's set up so that you're guaranteed to see the bad end first, and I think that it's cool. Technically be ending the lives of the islanders, even though they technically... It does bring into question, like, what does it mean to like truly exist, and like do these islanders deserve to keep living or not? Kind of stuff like that. Great quest line. It was very odd. That whole game was very strange and weird, but I think that it set the precedent for like weird Zelda games, and I think that the I'm just gonna go with the gold one. I was just go gold. Because like the other two games. Oh wait, I have to like talk to her first. Oracle games aren't. They're kind of weird. They have some weird stuff in them, but they're not as weird, you know. And I definitely think that like if we hadn't gotten, because I'm pretty sure, because Aonuma, unless I'm getting my names mixed up, Aonuma was like the guy that like was like, I don't want to do Ura Zelda, which Ura Zelda was going to be just like a disk drive add-on to Ocarina. He was like, we should actually just make a new Zelda game. And then, you know, the whole thing about like, you've got a year to convince me and stuff. Don't fucking fuck me over, Gold Dog, I swear to God. Come on, old Yeller. Don't make me take you out behind the woodshed. Imagine the kickback if Kingdom Hearts 3 ended with the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1. Sora wakes up on the beach none the wiser. Oh, you fucker. You didn't even come in top 3. Rip. Anyway, we tried. We'll come back later. I think I actually got that first try on... Oh no, I don't want to play again. On one of the, I came here once on the birthday stream, I think, and I think we got it first try. Anyway, it was a weird game, and I don't think that they would have been able to get away with Majora's Mask if it wasn't for Link's Awakening coming first. Also, yeah, if Kingdom Hearts 3 had loops, I would have been very mad, personally. Alright, let's go. Majora's Mask, it's exactly the same, except this song is replaced with Through the Fire and Flames. An Ocarina cover of Through the Fire and the Flames. Yeah, so... I don't know, it's interesting to think about though, like the implications of that sort of stuff. The chicks jump animation at 200% speed, but they have the same walk speed. They're just like vibrating up and down. It'd be hilarious. Like, I also kind of think that this is a bit more of a stretch, but I think that the American version of or I guess the Western version of Mario 2 helped allow Mario 3 to be a bit weirder, because Mario 3 is kind of wacky and has a lot of weird stuff going on, and Mario 2, you know, wasn't originally the game that it's based on, wasn't even originally a Mario game, so it was very different from like typical Mario stuff. I can't prove that in any regards. I just think Doki Doki Panic, that's it. I just think it's true and it makes sense to me. Alright, little thing I like to do, I always try to get over to Grog at the wacky size where, yeah, exactly. Are the Mario Land games a different canon? I don't know. I don't know the canon of Mario at all. Like 1/4 all the enemy designs on their own. Yeah. Oh, Grog. He just wants to see his he just wanted to see his chickens grow up and be happy. That's all he needed. And it's fucking what a homie, honestly. I don't think there's anything else I really feel like doing before we go ahead to do some of the snow. I was gonna say Snowhead. Granting all them wishes, yeah. It is kind of fucked on an existential level that you can never save everybody. I don't think that's really intentional. I think it's just a byproduct of all those side quests, but it is like one of those things. Even though I know it's not intentional because the credits imply that you managed to save everyone if you 100% the game. That Mario Wacky Size World, there wouldn't have been a Big Small World in 64. So true. Mario Land games are canon because I'm sure that you see a picture of one with Flood, where when Flood analyzes Mario at the beginning. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. So angry, but also sad that you couldn't complete it every time. So all of the run-throughs, you only bring them happiness once. Yeah. I also really like the cafe thing because the ending where like you have to choose between getting she gives you a bottle, I think she gives you, I think Madam whatever her name is gives you one of the bottles. Is there anything I want to do before I leave? I don't think so. Oh wait. Or you can get the postman's hat, but you can only get one or the other because of the letter that Cafe gives you to give. Oh no, Cafe doesn't give it to you. The curiosity shop guy I think gives it to you. Also the postman's hat is my favorite hat in this game, even though it just gives you like a piece of heart, but there's just something about it. I don't know. I like the postman. I like his whole thing about how like he is like so dedicated to his job, but that he feels, I don't know, it's kind of fucked up and sad. Where am I going? That like he's so dedicated to his job, he doesn't want to leave. Capitalism. Yeah. But I love him. He's a nice guy. Doesn't want to break his schedule. Yeah, you even can like go into his house and he like wrote himself a letter that was like it's okay to run away. It's okay to be scared. Like it's really fucked. I thought though everyone else might. I think it's a good job at him. Yeah. Like him. He's a cool guy. Let's go grab some sticks and shit while we're over here. Also, I should probably get this owl statue because this is the owl statue that I always forget to get because it's like I feel like it's the most like out of the way. Vector sticks, nice. For a guy also cowering in fear. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. How like he like if you go up to him before that point, he's like, oh, I'm gathering my energy so I can cut the moon in half, and then like you go back later and he's just like, please save me, I don't want to die. God damn. I forgot to go check back on her, but there's also the bit where Anju on the second day goes to the park, and if you go talk to her, she starts talking about how the whole cafe thing, and then she just like literally starts bawling with her fucking head in her hands. You're the Deku. I think she says a thing about, she also makes a mention about how you look so sad even though Deku should love rainy days. Man. God damn. Why did I put that one on? I meant to put the other one on. Wacky game. There's also the fucking carpenter leader who's basically Eustace in his chair being like, nope, not moving from my chair. Just like on the final day, it's like, nah, the moon's not gonna fall, fuck you. Even though it's like right there. Absolutely brutal depictions of the people react in times of despair. Danganronpa takes some fucking notes. Yeah. Danganronpa is very like, for what it's about, it's surprisingly like silly and hard to take seriously. I think that Nintendo gave it the green light. Like I said, I think that it only got the green light because oh wait, I need to go back and get that thing because of like previous games that did weird stuff with mainline Nintendo franchises. Because Nintendo really liked to keep things squeaky clean. They really liked having their main characters be squeaky clean, so that way they could put other games on, but like still be like, yeah, but it's fine because we have all these. Our main games are for our kids and they're family friendly. Majora's Mask does it right. Yeah, I agree. I think that the first Danganronpa is like fun, but for like a game where the main plot is that like despair and shit like that, I don't really feel a lot of despair from the characters. It's just very goofy and weird, which is fine, but I don't know. When you step back and look at it, it feels kind of weird. That was definitely one of the things that like set off the death game popularity. That and the Hunger Games. I recently caught up on a manga called Tomodachi Game, which is I'd give it a 7. It's not like amazing, but it's kind of fun because it plays really hard on like the constant betrayals and stuff. So it's kind of fun to be like to like wonder how characters are gonna fuck each other over. Also, it does an interesting thing where like a lot of the times you don't know what the main character is thinking or how he's like gonna, because like one of the flaws I would give Detective Conan is it does that thing where like Conan will be like, aha, I've done it, I figured out how to do this thing, but like, you know, it doesn't actually tell you. But like a lot of times it's like you don't even hear that from the main character. Like he just, if anything, they do a lot of things where like he really likes to pretend that he's fucked and backed into a corner, and just when you're like, how the fuck is he getting out of this, he's like, actually, fuck you, everything's gone according to plan. Which, to be fair, I can definitely see people not liking that aspect of it, but he's such a fucking edgy psycho that it's like kind of funny. I don't know, I like it, but it's one of those things I don't know if I'd recommend it to a lot of people, you know, unless you're just into that sort of thing already. I kind of like, I don't really like it for the death game aspect, but I like mystery stuff. It's kind of fun because like they're mysteries that you can like figure out along the way if you're paying attention, so it's kind of fun to try to like guess where it's gonna go. Imagine Super Mario Odyssey 2 and like in the Sunshine and Rainbow Fields tutorial level, you find a campfire, music cuts out, and Mario just says, "The war." It reminds me of the war, and then it goes right back. That's like my fucking tweet about like playing fucking the Tears of the Kingdom, and there's just like one point during like the middle of the game where Link just looks at the camera and goes, you know, the flat earthers actually have a good point. And then the game continues and Link never speaks at any other point in the game. It would be fucking hilarious. Link has a war flashback to the Calamity. I mean, that's kind of what all the memories are in Breath of the Wild. Especially that last one. They have a whole game about that. Oh yeah. Isn't that what the Hyrule Warrior thing version of it is? Arriving at Deku Palace. I didn't know what disembarking meant as a kid, and every time I saw it I was like, that's a weird long word, hahaha. That was like my only thought to the word disembarking. Like I vaguely knew what it meant, obviously, because I was like, are you disembarking? Yes. Okay, I got off the boat. That's what disembarking means, but like it was just, you know, it's like kind of one of those words where like you can tell what it means through context clues, but you don't actually know what it means. Kind of thing, more or less, without spoiling stuff. It's like the FF7R to Breath Files. I see. I get you. I feel you. Yeehaw. A fun thing that they changed in this game is in Japanese versions. So a weird thing about Majora's Mask versus Ocarina of Time is that Ocarina of Time 1.0 is always the same regardless of country, but in this game it's the Japanese versions are different from the you know, other versions. So in the Japanese versions of this game, at night, anyone that you're supposed to sneak past actually has worse vision at night, but they don't have that in the NTSC version. An interesting thing to take out. Kind of lame, I won't lie. Like it's kind of, I think that would be kind of a neat thing to leave in, because it would like reward you for. So I don't know. I actually don't know why they have dotted like they do have dotted lines in it. That's still in the American version, yeah. These guys do at least. The pirates do not. But the pirates are easier to sneak past in the Japanese version. There's actually a thing where like in the room with the hook shot, you can actually, if you do it like just right, stone mask. Yeah, stone mask makes it that part a joke. I always do it with the stone mask because it's just like it's so easy to get the stone mask, and it's just not. It just there's no point in not getting the stone mask, especially if you're already 100% in the game, which I am. I may as well just do it. It also makes getting that picture for the guy a lot easier. Let's go. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's kind of I'm assuming they probably took it out because maybe they thought it made it too easy or something. But it's nice. Stealth sections always feel too slow. I agree. They're always like really. I feel like for me, I've never been big on stealth, and it's part of why I play Metal Gear games on the easiest difficulty, even though I love Metal Gear. But I really mostly love Metal Gear for the story, if I'm being honest. I think some gameplay bits can be kind of cool, but like even then, usually it's more from like the idea of this part is cool. But I feel like stealth for me is always like way too it's either way too stressful or it's really slow and not like amazingly not especially fun. And I don't really feel like there's a lot of in between. But MGS3 on very easy is fun because you can just fucking run through every area basically like it's nothing. So that's kind of silly. I don't know. Like, since you don't have to worry so much about like getting caught, because having the easy gun equipped gives you automatic 80% camo. You can kind of like run around, and it gives you more free reign to like. There's a lot of stuff you can like, a lot of environmental stuff in Metal Gear you can fuck with, so running around in MGS3 with like guaranteed 80% camo even when you're like running full speed, like standing up, it lets you like, it makes it really easy to get around quickly, and it makes it easy to like mess with all the different environmental stuff and like play around, which to me makes it a bit more fun. Also, I always loved that like the sound for that only plays when you're on it. I don't know why, it's very silly to me. Also, actually something in the Japanese version, the hole there is different. Like you get to the bean cellar through a different way. how the magic beans worked in Ocarina of Time. They're not. They're kind of weird. It's not very. It feels kind of not very straightforward. Not very intuitive, I guess would be the word. Like, it's very weird because, like, I don't know. It's an odd little thing. I don't know. It's kind of neat, but also kind of odd. And I definitely I don't remember. I don't really remember doing those bits at all in my first playthrough. So apparently it shows them to you and you've forgotten by the time you actually, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure there, I don't, is there a, there might be a magic bean spot in Hyrule, I don't remember. In like Zora River. Can't actually remember. I don't use it. I don't ever use them, the one there, if there is, because that, like, there's one in the river. I thought so, but I think that's technically how you're supposed to get that heart piece, if I remember right. But you can just get to it with a cuckoo, so there's no point. Oh wait, I need to make it tomorrow. I don't usually 100%. I have 100% at Ocarina of Time, but I don't ever do it these days. So there's a lot of like bonus stuff where I like vaguely remember how to do it, but I never do it, so. Probably should have just gotten water, but I don't feel like running back to get water. And I know that I can beat the rest of this area before the 3 days are up. So I don't really care to go back for it. Although, ironically, at least in terms of the main quest line in Zelda, or Ocarina of Time, I would say I feel like I actually have it memorized better than Majora. But that's because I've been playing Ocarina since I was 5, and I was like 8 or 9 when I first started playing Majora's Mask. Pretty sure Ocarina of Time. Yeah, definitely. It's not very interesting. Ocarina of Time is a good example of, like, honestly, even for like the size of that world, there's a lot of bits. The towns are nice and they feel populated, but there's like stuff like Hyrule Field. Like, Hyrule Field is fucking empty and boring, especially as an adult. Look at that bean go! The beans. Hyrule Field should have been like half the size. Almost tried to play Tonga double time backwards. Yes. I don't know. Song of double negative time. I also like that they, like, the fact that they took a song from Ocarina of Time, which is like the song, but also isn't actually like that important aside from like the lore side of things, and they made it like a super major like mechanic in this game. Really, that's kind of what I wish more sequels would do, is like take aspects of the previous game and flesh them out more and make them more interesting. But I feel like a lot of sequels actually kind of do the opposite. And they'll sort of like drop a lot of mechanics from the first game and try to do something new, like entirely. There's secrets with the Song of Time, yeah. Right. Like it's never expressly told to you how, like the Scarecrow says it, but like even as an adult on my first playthrough of this, I would not understand what he meant. Like it's not super clear. Yeah, he's like, there's a certain song and if you play it backwards, it like does this and that. But like the way he says it, I'd have to go back and look at it, and maybe if I go read it, I'll be like, okay, never mind. I probably wouldn't get that. But I know as a kid, I even after I knew about the Song of Inverted Time, it took me like multiple playthroughs to put two and two together that the song he's talking about is the Song of Inverted Time, because it's worded in like it's just like vague enough that like it didn't like click in my head. Yeah, it's cool. Because I was talking, another thing I was talking about in Prox's stream when he was finishing up his randomizer ocarina. Do I have to be Deku at first? I don't remember actually. I don't think so. Oh, I think I actually have to be regular. Yeah, because he wants me to cut him down. Yeah. What was it? Oh, that there's only like I can only think of, there's one time when you have to use Song of Time to move a Song of Time block, and there's one time where you're like supposed to, but you don't really have to. There's like, it's not technically required. When you're leaving Dompe's thing, like you could save and quit out, or like do the thing where you like go through the door and then backflip back in, and then it like voids you out. But obviously that second one isn't something that like most people would know to do. What if Tears of the Kingdom Link uses a giant boom whacker since the Master Sword might get busted? Hell yeah, that's what I want to see. I really hope that, if nothing else, I really want Gerudo Ganon. Seriously, I agree. I really want Gerudo Ganon to be like a major character that has like actual like lines, more than like 5 lines of dialogue, and like plays a big role in Tears of the Kingdom. I want him to be there. I really didn't find any of the Ganon forms to be like amazingly cool or interesting in Breath of the Wild. Oh, for sure. He would look fucking sick. Give me Mummy Ganon. You cowards. Yeah. Also, I feel like I remember when the first Tears of the Kingdom trailer ever dropped. I feel like I don't really keep up with stuff, but I feel like a bunch of people probably started theorizing on multiplayer because Zelda was in the trailer with Link. Best bet based on exactly zero evidence would be him helping us do our thing. Each thing we do restores the order between dark and light, which makes him dark. By the end, we have to do our fated duty for previously sworn. That could be kind of cool. Like, making him start out as more of a likable dude, and then at the end, he's the bad guy. I don't know. I would enjoy that if they did do that. I don't know that they will. I definitely hope that Tears of the Kingdom has more focus on story, personally. I didn't, at least for me, the setup of like most of the story being through memories. Yeah. Actually cool. I didn't like most of the story being told through memories, personally. I don't know. It was kind of whatever. Terrifying for his sheer power and dominance for Hyrule, but I feel like they could do the opposite end of the spectrum, make him Guru Ganon terrifying. Yeah. That's what they did with Wind Waker. In Wind Waker, like he never, aside from Puppet Ganon, which isn't actually him, it's like, well, I don't know if it's ever explicitly stated, but I always took it to be like him like puppeteering like a big monster to fight you, and not himself actually. But you know, I can't remember. I think there's also a bit though at that where he like you like watch him like basically turn into it. But I don't know. I like to think that it's like a puppet monster thing that he fights you with, because he, at first, he doesn't acknowledge you as like being worthy of dealing with himself. But he's you know, he's Gerudo Ganon, or the whole way through. But I honestly think he's like one of the most intimidating incarnations of Ganondorf. Partly because I think that he's like so calm and collected throughout most of the game, up until the like last bit when like Daphne's wishes on the Triforce before he can get to it. And I think that makes him more intimidating than like if he was a big monster. Like you can tell that he like, similarly to what you said, Sheik, like you can tell he's like put thought into stuff, and he's really like putting things together. Like he's got actual like control and over things through like, yeah, like the army he's built up and stuff, and he's not just like intimidating because he's a big guy that could probably smash you to death. Bruce Banner and Hulk thing, yeah. Maestro's evil Hulk after Human Bruce died. Let's see. Yeah, I think him as a planner has always been really cool. Like that is one thing I will give Ocarina of Time, is I like that. Yeah, I like how like tricky he is. Like he does a lot from the shadows, and he also has like very. I actually will say that I think that Ganondorf is like, it's easy to overlook, but he actually has like some pretty valid reasons for having like turned into an evil guy. Like his because like it sort of stems from like being the leader of a band of thieves that's like forced to live out in the desert. You know. Also, there's like some stuff that implies that the statue, oops, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever, I probably won't need it anyway. The statue of the goddess in the Desert Colossus was originally going to be I don't know how confirmed it is, but I've seen some stuff about it that it was originally going to be Din, and that Din was potentially going to be a bad goddess. Which could have been interesting. But even without that, it's kind of interesting to think about, like the fact that they clearly worship some sort of goddess out there. I feel like she's actually just called the Goddess of Sand or something in the game. I don't remember exactly. But it is kind of interesting to think about that they like don't necessarily worship like the three goddesses out there. Anyway, I don't know. He's a tricky guy. He's smart. He He controls a lot from the shadows, and I think that's neat. I don't dislike the like in the version of him that you fight. It demises to someone that Ganondorf is the nobody. That is also true. Demises Xehanort. Ganondorf is in this, I guess, and then Ganon is Ansem? No, something like that. About the closest analogy I can do. I like Pig Ganon a lot, but I think Ganondorf. I like Pig Ganon from the perspective that like some of the later games put him in, where like, especially like the Oracle games, when you fight him in it's like the secret ending, that like when he gets resurrected and he's sort of like lost a lot of his intelligence due to like the kind of corrupted power of the Triforce of Power and stuff. Very neat. Oh, I fucking missed a stray fairy in there. I was in such a rush. Or sort of says, oh, it does. You're right. I forgot about that. Totally freaking forgot. I like that thing. That whole plot line about him, like, sort of turning, like, losing his intelligence and it kind of being a trade-off for him being super strong. Is a neat plot line. But I think, as a character, yeah. Ganondorf is more interesting. Botch Resurrection, exactly, yeah. That is a neat idea. That is, I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is in the Oracle games, and I think Four Swords is basically the same. Like, they resurrect him, but it's like not a proper resurrection, so he's kind of weird and messed up. The only Pig Ganon that like falls more on that line is like Link to the Past, because he's like he is just Pig Ganon in that. But he's, you know, Link Between Worlds definitely has the botch. Yeah, that too, actually. I forgot about that. Also, a fun fact, if I remember right, if you step on those, they eat you if you're not Deku, but I think if you step on them as a Goron Link, you kill them after they try to eat you or something. Something weird like that. He's still smart too. Yeah. And the whole plot of that is that he has like this huge crazy scheme that he puts into play. It's actually pretty crazy shit, honestly. Like his whole plan to like capture the maidens and all that, pretending to be Aghanim. For I don't know, it's some weird thing. I can't remember actually. I haven't played Link to the Past. I don't remember if he is Aghanim or if Aghanim is like some sort of like simulacrum of himself or something. Some weird like other thing like that. But anyway, you get the point. He has this big, well thought out plan that requires Link to go jump through like a bajillion hoops to in like the end game of Gungeon. I will have to look at some of those. Yeah, it's cool. I like smart body Ganon the most. I think that's when he's at his most interesting. Because I think it's really easy to have a final boss be just like a tough guy who's strong. But I think it's more interesting when a character has like strength and wits, because it really like puts into play like it makes sense why they got to where they were and why it required, like, especially in like stories with like a chosen one, it's like there's a reason that the only person who could beat this guy was like somebody who was literally like handpicked by fucking God to do so. People were all over Thanos back when Infinity War came out. Yeah, but I don't really like Thanos personally. I think his reasoning is kind of dumb. Yeah, I've heard the comic book, or comic version is a lot cooler. Dead. I have nuts. I think I do. I don't really need them, but I was gonna grab some if I needed them, or if I didn't have any. But I'm pretty sure I picked some up. He loves death. Yeah. It's kind of wacky. Like the thing in Dark Souls, how the whole Chosen One thing is made up a lot. Yeah, that's also a cool thing. I think that's a fun play on like the Chosen One. Is actually in cahoots with Deadpool, a true thing being between life and death. I see. Is that like a major plot point in the Infinity War saga? Like being in cahoots with Deadpool? Or is that just like another side thing that sort of plays into it? I don't feel like fucking with you. He even curses Deadpool with eternal life to keep him away from death. Oh, really? Huh, that's interesting. I'm not gonna kill you guys because you're my brethren, but you're also like kind of annoying, I won't lie. Oh wait, shit, I didn't even mean to do that. I gotta move this first. MCU version is that kind of needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many type. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this part's kind of a nitpick, but it also annoys me how many major characters from Earth get snapped, because the whole thing is that like 50% of it wasn't it 50% of the universe goes away. I know it's kind of one of it's a very nitpicky thing. I will admit, but it's just one of those things. It's one of those things that feels kind of silly when you think about it. How many characters from Earth got fucking yeeted just by pure chance? I actually want to make him obsessed with killing everyone because of Disney. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I should probably fight you as Deku. It'd be easier, but I don't feel like changing. Ow. Die. Oh shit, I thought that was gonna work. Die. I don't know why I wasn't shielding. I think the Infinity Gauntlet Stones is such a gimmick in the MCU. The comics are a whole other level, I'm sure. I've never really gotten, part of why I've never gotten into the MCU or Marvel and DC stuff is because, like, I don't know, I think it's a little lame that they've had the same, it's kind of like it's kind of similar to my thing with, like, I don't see the point in Dragon Ball still having like new series, or like Boruto and stuff. Having another one? God fucking stop. Cease. There's a point where it gets annoying. Oh my god, you fuckers. My brothers, what have you done to me? Anyway, people can make all the jokes they want about how One Piece has gone on forever, but like, seriously, power creep is fucking ridiculous in MCU and kind of everything. Well, also they like reboot constantly, and that's also kind of weird to me. I don't like that they DC's ass. You tell him, Bear. Go off. At least the movies. Oh yeah, I think it's pretty agreed that the movies are bad. Most people would definitely say that the Marvel movies do it way better than the DC movies. I've always kind of heard that like basically like the animated stuff for DC is the good, where the good stuff's at. All the live action movies are Or, I saw Justice League when it came out, and I wasn't a fan. I kind of liked Shazam, but like, by kind of liked, I mean that like, I didn't hate it. So, Dark Knight, yeah, Dark Knight was good. I'm thinking more of like DCU, like modern or DC cinematic universe, whatever. The more modern stuff. Animated movie team completely fucked over Injustice. Oh, that sucks. That's sad. I feel like Injustice seems like one of the better like side plot lines from what I typically hear. Oh, I should put on the bunny hood. How was your stream, Bear? How'd the It's crazy good. I need to at the very least I feel like I need to like read what the timeline or what the story of Injustice is, even if I don't like actually read it. Yeah, I thought Shazam was alright. I didn't think it was terrible. It's productive, that's good. Yeah, no. Dark Knight trilogy was good. Well, I think the third movie was a little weak in some regards, but Dark Knight itself was amazing. Drink 2 cups of jasmine tea and it made me sleepy. That's fair. We talk about the hot cashier. Oh my god. Sorry that Ryan was torturing you live on stream. Let's see. This is also one of my favorite Zelda songs. This is Chop, that's fair. Living Injustice, a full play of Injustice 1. Good to know. I might do that at some point. Ooh, wow. Uh-oh. Fuck myself. What about Sony's Spider-Man cinematic universe that can't have Spider-Man in it? It's so fucking stupid. Venom really, in my opinion, Venom can only do so much without Spider-Man around. Like the whole... Oh, that's weird. That seems like an emulator issue. Anyway, like all the fun of Venom for me has always been like Spider-Man Venom interactions. The fact that they brought Eddie into one of the MCU movies as a shitpost. And looked like he was disassociating during the entire movie, yeah. Yeah. That's fair, Tom Hardy does just kind of look like that. That's his secret. He's always disassociating. Constantly mouth breathing. Yeah. Save state. Alright, let's go. Spider-Verse? I love Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse was sick. What's up, bitch? Alright, you guys want to know how to beat this guy? Dead. Seen that Tumblr post that called the start to Venom 2 from like a month or two before it came out? No. But I believe it. Why was that motherfucker so weak? So like, normally if you fight him any other way, he'll like hop around and breathe fire, but if you take the most direct route and you just keep running at him and slashing him, he dies in 4 shots and he doesn't have time to fight back because it takes him so long to recover from getting hit. But he has like I guess the quote-unquote hard part is that if he gets hit and you give him time to recover, he will breathe fire at you. But it's really easy to cheese, yeah. Okay. I will check it out later if you find it. To be fair, it's kind of one of those things I don't think most people would do on their casual playthrough. Kind of like when I fight Goma in Ocarina of Time and I can beat her in like 8 seconds. Most people wouldn't know to like jump slash with the Deku stick. Skill thing, not a broken. Yeah, I agree. Come on. Gotcha. Oh, bitch. All right. Bam. All right. Anyway. Most people wouldn't know about the power crouch stab in Ocarina of Time, and to do the jump attack and then stab thing to beat her in 3 shots. Oh shit. I think I've talked about this on stream, but I kind of hate like the official like group in charge of 3 heart runs and then no hit runs and no death runs and stuff. Like, the official rules don't allow power crouch stabbing in Ocarina of Time, which I think is really dumb. Because I get that it's like one of those things where it's like they're trying to make the game harder by not letting you do it, but I feel like it does more to like make the bosses more tedious than anything. Plus, there's like not every boss can be killed by it. I don't know. Granted, I think I'm saying that partially because I think that a lot of the enemies you find in dungeons are a lot harder. The dumbed down. Oh, I hate the bosses in the 3DS version so much. On it, it's in images. Let me. Anyone who's in the Discord can go check. There's certain little things that I'm iffy on. I don't like the way the way they changed the Zora swim in the 3DS version. I think I like the the original version swimming. Wait, I gotta start checking every room because we gotta get all the stray fairies. I'm gonna do that. Nope, fuck, wrong button. Is there one in here? There is. It's like on a thing somewhere. Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah. There's like little things here and there throughout the 3DS remake that I'm not a fan of. Little nitpicky stuff. The bosses, they really fucked up though. Oh, show. I think I will say I think the 3DS Ocarina of Time is like, in my opinion, the objectively best version to play of Ocarina of Time, even though I will always play the N64 version because I've played it a bajillion times. Okay, we need to do this real quick because I gotta. Well, actually, I don't think I need. No, I can just go and get that. Never mind what I'm gonna talk about. Oop. You. Miek. It's a shame it's forever stuck on the 3DS. Yeah, it'd be nice if they like did some sort of port so that you could play it on Switch. Oh, I was gonna look at images. Oop. I want Venom 2 to start off with a peppy song playing while Eddie makes breakfast or something. Should have visual gags such as Venom opening the fridge for him to retrieve eggs while he's at the stove to show how their relationship is developed between the first and second movie and how they really are in sync and in a mutualistic symbiosis. Thanks. This is Nintendo we're talking about? You're so right. They hate making money. That's why they don't have a virtual console. That's the best thing about Venom 2018 is that Eddie looks like complete shit the entire time. I kept waiting for the inevitable moment in all superhero movies where the guy rips off his shirt and everyone gets a minute and a half to ogle him till the plot resumes. But no, Eddie spends the entirety of the movie in one gray hoodie, drenched in sweat and looking 3.1 seconds from death. No unnecessary shirtless fight scene or shower scene, just Tom Hardy looking like garbage and talking to himself for almost 2 hours. Poetic cinema. So true, honestly. I need to get over here. Oh, I'd use this to get over there. I almost forgot. Boink. Yay. But the sheer volume of sweat he's just constantly producing throughout the movie. Yeah. Sweaty, sweaty man. Excuse me. Give me that. Thank you. Alright, we got 9. Gotta grab the other ones. There's a couple in here. Gotta get all 15. There's like 3 or 4 in the final room, so we're pretty good. I can't remember if that one underneath there is the only one. No, there's 2 in here, I think. I have all the stray fairies in this dungeon memorized because this dungeon is very small. It's really Great Bay and Stone Temple that are really hard. I feel like I remember all the ones in Snowhead. Wow. Alright, and then we gotta do this. Is it this one? Let's find out. Bees! Oh fuck, get away, get away! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That one. Yay! Alright, that's 11. Should be 4 in the final room. Why are bees such a like threatening enemy in games? Alright. Fun trick. The closer you stand to this, the easier it is to aim it. Fuck. Here we go. I still fucked it up. Ignore me. My god, why do I suck so much? Bam. There we go. Jeez. Also, fun fact, I guess. In Master Quest, they like to put those in weird areas, and they'll be like tilted in weird ways. But for some reason, when they tilt them, the hitbox isn't tilted, so you'll have to like shoot them in an area that doesn't really look like it's the right area to shoot, to like the tilted ones. It's kind of a weird thing. Not a huge fan of Master Quest, honestly. I know the point is to make the dungeons harder, but they lose like a lot of their like interesting thematic stuff because they just change what things are in what rooms and have weird like puzzles that require you to have a certain amount of meta knowledge of the game. Yeah, I get this one. Yeah. I think that's the only one over here. Yeah, there's 2 on the left, so I think. Let me double check. Better safe than sorry. Oh no, there's 2 over here. Okay, glad I checked. You were first, and that made it really weird to use a slingshot as Young Link. Yeah. I think it's an interesting idea to have like a kid ranged item, and then you get a better one with more interesting stuff going on as an adult. This feels a little weird on a certain level though, because like there's just certain items you're just like not allowed to use for a good chunk of the game. Yep. Let's fucking fly. Fly, pupa, fly. Be sick to use child link items as adult though. I think so. Like, the boomerang's an extra weird one because the boomerang is like a staple Zelda item. I kind of get the I could understand not being able to use. Fuck, I need to be able to hit that somehow. Slingshot. Because like, why would you want to use slingshot as opposed to? I can't shoot it from here. Dang, thought you could for some reason. It would have been nice if they thought of a way to make slingshot different enough that it was worth using as well. Because like, the more items Link has in his arsenal, the more interesting you could make puzzles, but you know. It's also kind of a shame ice arrows are just like basically useless. Where's the fucking... Oh, I gotta go to the other side, I think. It's all on the wrist, so true. Yeah. There's actually a lot of stuff that like that they wanted to do with Ocarina that they couldn't. Like one thing is like this in this, you know, in Majora's Mask, each dungeon has a type of arrow tied to it. So you get the regular arrows here, and then you get the fire arrows, and then the ice arrows, and then the light arrows. And that's what they wanted to do with the original game, but they did not. The medallions are also an interesting thing that they wanted to do, but they ended up not doing, with them being like actual items you used. Fave 2D Zelda? The one I'm most nostalgic for would be Oracle of Seasons. So I guess I'd say that one. Even though I went back and played a few 2D Zeldas, and I was like, oh, they're like, I'm kind of on them, honestly. I definitely prefer the 3D Zeldas by a lot. But Oracle games have like a special place for me. Whee! But I had Seasons as a kid. I didn't have 8. I rented it at one point, but I didn't like own it. Like Between Worlds. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that probably is my favorite. I don't know why I didn't. I always forget about that game for some reason. Even though I could say it's in my opinion the best 2D Zelda. For some reason, it never popped. It doesn't like pop in my head when I think 2D Zelda. I do really just like in general. I like the aesthetic of the Game Boy Color. Oh, yeah, kinda. I'm going to shoot you. Got 2 hits. It's kind of hard to do sometimes. Ah, fuck you. You bitch. Oh my god, I'm stun locking him. Get fucked. Get fucked, bitch. I thought I really was hoping I could like keep that going. Let me in the circle, bitch. Oh fuck. The bugs. If only I could summon bugs like this to fight my enemies. Go get it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do the other thing. Stop summoning maws. Those are mine. I killed him. Cool. I towed the bugs 136. Yeah. Dang, that means that he was one hit away from me killing him with that stun lock too. That would have been so funny. That if that stun lock could kill them. Hate how Link to the Past Link is called Hero of Hyrule and Link Between Worlds called New Hero of Hyrule. Yeah, it is really weird. That's fair. Connie. I don't know why sometimes I call you Coney in my head. I'm sorry. Welcome back. We just beat the first boss. The giants. Yeah, sometimes some of the naming systems for Adal was great. He's definitely my favorite boss fight of Majora's Mask. Partly because he just has like so many different moves, and I think that's like something a lot of Zelda bosses kind of lack, is they typically have a very small amount of like, they have a very small moveset a lot of the time, but there's like so much that he can do. Yeah. There's a bunch of different ways to fight him. He's got so many different attacks that you've got to like figure out how to deal with in their own ways. It's just fun. It's interesting. I think one downside of a lot of Zelda boss fights is they're very straightforward. The rawest fight. Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. I agree. Actually, one thing I kind of don't like about a lot of 2D Zelda boss fights is that it kind of feels like a lot of them turn into like rush in and just spam the sword button, and then like during certain attacks you just get out of their range and wait for them to like stop doing that thing, and then you just rush in and start spamming again. And it just kind of comes down to a lot more button mashing. And like, there are definitely bosses in 2D Zelda games that if you're a really good button masher, like it's so trivial, and you can just stand there and like take hits because you'll kill them before they can kill you. But then some of the ones you can't do that with end up being like on the opposite spectrum, where they're kind of annoying and they take forever. So I don't know. I think it might just be because I grew up with 3D Zelda, but I always found it more fun and more interesting to run around in. Don't let me forget to go to the fucking ferry, please. These plants in this room always weirded me out because they have like those like, looks like they have like tongues sticking out. Nature's fleshlight. The Wi-Fi is fighting back. Am I wrong? Also, I really like the whole thing with the princess getting stuffed into the bottle, because it's just such a like weird workaround for like having to escort the princess back. It's very silly. If it's so true. Drawing while waiting for first class. I hope your class goes well. Video game inventory moment. Hell yeah. I've talked about this before, but well, I haven't talked about this specific thing. I think what, just like the way I just like snatched her up, punched in the hammer's face. Yeah. I like Zelda inventory. I think it does a good job. But I don't like RPGs that have JRPGs that have limited inventory space, like Grandia. Because I feel like I end up picking up a lot of health items that way more health items than I need, and then I just have like, you are now small and marketable. Link, don't turn me into a marketable plush. Oh god. She's in the jar. You know, the one. Anyway. I can just like hop over there basically. Oh, whatever. Not to mention that. Sorry. Oh, I need to also go get that like heart piece on our way out. Oh wait, I was supposed to fly to that thing. Okay, I guess we're going to get the heart piece first. Oh no, I can fly back. I'll get that on my way out. That's the better way to do it. Yeah. What is this again? Is this the double magic? No, this is the bigger spin attack. Double magic, I think, is Snowhead. I do fit in a jar. I'm pretty sure I made a tweet that was like, I can't wait to get Aito and Jar fan art. Double magic helps. Yeah. Then they switched to I'm pretty sure in the 3DS remake they switched two of the Great Fairies around. Like they give what they give you is swapped or something. I don't remember which ones though. Yeah, no? Okay, I could have sworn it did. I don't know why. It'd be a very weird change if they did. Alright. Piece of heart, and then we'll go drop off the princess, and then we'll go race the butler. Try to do the butler race in one go. That's fair. I don't remember for sure. It could have been one of those things that like somebody said something about that, and then I was like, if that's true, that's stupid. I remember I like 90%'ed the 3DS version. Like for some reason I never beat it. I beat all the dungeons and I got like most of the masks and heart pieces, but for some reason I just never finished it. I don't know why. I did the same thing with the Master's Quest on the 3DS Ocarina, but it was kind of fair because I got to like, I beat the trials and then I just didn't finish the game because at that point it's like, there's not really anything left. Like once you're in Ganon's tower, there's not really anything to be changed aside. I think maybe the couple fights on the way up are a little different, but I think the bosses are going to be the same. So. Number 15, Deku King Monkey Soup. The last thing you want in your Deku King soup is monkey, but as it turns out, that might be what you get. Get him! Shoop. I do think this is, I always thought this was a really fun plotline of like, the monkey was trying to help, but they were so eager to just blame somebody for the princess's disappearance that the monkey ended up getting blamed for it instead. And then you gotta save the monkey. It's also really fucked up because the monkeys, they literally just like dip the monkey into boiling water over and over again. Like, Jesus. I think that's just actual torture. I mean, really, after a certain point, it'd be death, but, you know, we can't get that dark in a Zelda game. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, let's go. Meow. Alright, I'm gonna start off. This guy rubber bands really hard, so I'm gonna start off as regular Link. And we'll speed up later if I need it. Forward. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yep. Apparently. Oh, yeah. I don't think your Wi-Fi likes you very much. But this way? Yeah. Interesting how some stuff that's avoid straight up execution censor them with stuff probably worse. I agree. I agree. We're getting really mad at this. Yeah, it's kind of some bullshit. Oh fuck. I went the fucking cool way. It's definitely designed to like be annoying. Oh shit, I should have Deku'd across this water. Let's go. Alright. It's a little easier if you just run as a regular Link, because like like I said, he rubber bands really hard. So like the faster you're going, the faster he goes, and you have like less time to react to stuff because of it. So it kind of just comes down to how well you got like every little bit memorized, which this is one of the parts of the game where I feel like I never like quite remember everything, no matter how many times I've played it. I think we're almost at the end. Be down bad for your own design? I mean, nah. I feel like that just means you did a good job. Or whoever does it, if You didn't design it, you know, whoever designed it did a good job, but you know what I mean. Hey, first try. Give me that fucking pig mask, boy. Also, I feel like if you're gonna turn yourself into an anime character, you may just, well, make yourself into the type of anime character that you would want to see. Kind of what I was talking about way, or really early in the stream was like going corpo and not really having a choice in like what you end up as. We got the pig mask. Is there anything else I need to do? I mean, I know I could do swamp skull to the house. Well, actually, can you do that? I feel like there's, could be wrong. I feel like there's like a specific thing that you need a later item for. I always just end up doing it way later on anyway. I find the swamp Skulltula house to be more on. Oh wait, I can do need to go do the swamp boat thing for that piece of heart. Yeah, I prefer being indie, really. I was kind of saying like the only way I would go corpo is if I could keep my model, and I knew that like going corpo would like for sure guarantee that I could be like full-time. And even then I'd probably still feel really on the fence about it. Because I would just be really worried about like losing out on certain stuff from it. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, let's try to get this first try too. This is definitely easier on the N64 version because every version of this game that isn't the N64 version is... the aiming is more sensitive. One can never make you... yeah, I agree. To be fair, I think that like the amount that you have to do that depends on like what corporation. It varies from corporation to corporation. Some are more strict than others. We got... Alright, oops. It's just being even dumber? Hell yeah. I don't even know, like I when I decided I wanted to start to like have a character and stuff, I tried to think about like what I would even do to be like in character, but I could never think of anything. Aside from like maybe trying to be like lean in on the like cutesy stuff. Like having a higher voice and stuff, but yeah, I don't really want to have to put on a voice. I don't remember how many we need. I think it's 20. Hope it's 20, not 25. Ugh. It's cool to make up stuff like lore. Okay, we got it. Cool. Yeah. Lore is more of like a fun little thing you have on the side. It's like the most that I would do is like make jokes referencing lore and stuff. I wouldn't like really do much else with them. With it. There is some stuff we can... There's definitely plenty of stuff we can do now, but I don't think there's anything that we... I told the Pickle Fairy. I'm gonna use a voice for after voice coaching. Fair. Ow. Oh, I thought it hit me. I'm trying to double check there isn't anything that we like immediately need to do. It's gonna be annoying if I don't do it. But I think that one thing we just did is one of the only things that, like, that and the butler bit. I think there's only two things we need the swamp undone for. Unpoisoned. Pretty sure. Worst case, we can just speedrun fighting a Dola. Where my lore has me as a lesser god or something. That's fair. Ito is a thing. Sure is a something. Nah, I think that's good. I will pause stream here. Let's go back in time to save. And I'll also, just to be safe, I'll also save state once we go back in time. What I want to look, wish to be perceived like. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Got a lot done tonight, I would say. I wasn't really sure if we were gonna actually beat Adela in the first stream or not, but hey, we did it. Alright. Boopity boop. Alright. F5, just in case something happens with the save file. And goodbye. Alright, cool. And with that, let's go see if anybody's streaming good chunk of the game. Yeah, I'd say so. If we get to that much... Oh, I didn't, but it's whatever. Oh, V, that's right, V's streaming, and I think that Way is also on, so we're gonna raid V. That's easy peasy. It's fine. Honestly, I might just like make free time to grind a bunch of rupees off screen and just like do it myself. We been florbed all over the place. So true. Is this that like I think this is like an Australian visual novel or something. Anyway, so we're gonna do, my stream schedule is already up, I think. Oh yeah, it's up, it's definitely up. We do more Kirby. Bye, Connie. We're gonna do more Kirby, talking about bad comic movies, and never once brought up Morbius. True, but I've never seen Morbius. I just know it's bad. Kirby Tuesday, Grandia Thursday, and more Majora's Mask Saturday. So yeah, thanks for coming out. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you, and I'll see you on the next stream. Mwah.